Gopher Dunes. This is Hollywood, covered in sand. We got a lot of, not a ton of rain, just a very drizzly, wet day, morning here. The track itself is absolutely prime as far as dirt goes. But if we talk about the setup now, I talked to Derek Schuster about this last night. They really wanted to keep it rough. That's one of their sort of mindsets and goals, to say that they want this roughest track. But one of the arguments that came back, it was a fresh round of racing compared to the Saturday morning, the 2 different rounds. So a lot of riders are like, man, should we have not have groomed it? Should we have groomed it? I mean, it's still a true test no matter what. Just give me your thoughts on where we're at.
To be honest, when you bundle something into a weekend, and yes, there is 2 rounds, these guys are getting 2 paybacks, they're getting 2 bonuses from your teams. Hey, you know what? We're going to give you a nice smooth track, we're going to relax you, and then we're going to beat you up. And this is what this is going to do.
So we're going to dog you a couple of rounds, and then we're just going to give you a swat to the chin right on the right side there. But that doesn't matter. We are at Gopher Dunes once again here. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I'm Ryan Gauld and Kyle Thompson are in the booth here. We're going to bring you all the action. 4 motos today, not 3, not 1. 4 normal motos, 25 plus 2 for the 250, 30 plus 2 for the 450, and Cardo, keys to the race, Kyle.
Yeah, stay on your bike. That is key, especially when it's rough. We've seen that in the WMX and the premix guys going down. Get a good start, and weather may play a twist, and that we got a goggle segment coming up here in the show.
I like it.
And it's a good little insight here as the gate's ready to go.
Goggles are going to be important. The rain's drizzling down. RotoDistributing.com, gate to the ground. Who is going to get that shot? We saw Mcnabb do it the other day. Piccolo looks like he's got a great jump. And Sinai up the inside on the team green. Ooh, Sinai pushing it wide right there. Swinging in. Oh, the boys are hitting. Darian Sinai going to grab the first hole shot here. Oh, and around the outside, Julian Bennett finding a line. Does he steal the lead? He does. Sky Racing, Julian Bennett to the lead.
That is amazing. Out of BC there. I know there's a lot of BC fans out there watching these guys. Whoa, is that Mcnabb in there?
No, that was Ward. Ward already putting the aggression on. Look at this. He's already going after Bennett. Bennett going to go wide. Ward going to take the inside. Ward to the lead right there. What a smart move. Veteran-esque from the 84. Bennett back inside. Puts it over the berm. Kyle, the action out there.
Already getting into it. Look at Piccolo. He's the beneficiary. He's going to make the pass. Oh, he's barely getting
all right,
Ward.
now let's talk about Julian Bennett. A young, hot shot. Sky Racing right there. Making the odds of Piccolo trying to... When you're up front like this, you just got to kind of breathe. He's probably struggling right now. First hole shot of the year. Actually, sorry. Darius and I got the RotoDistributing.com hole shot, but Bennett to the lead already. Looking good. And look at this. Ward, Piccolo, and I think that's Mcnabb up the inside already. So Sinai, early on, already getting eaten up here, Kyle.
Yeah, so top 3 of the 4 guys there up front. And Julian Bennett, the young rookie here. We've seen a rookie win yesterday. Now Julian Bennett out to the lead here. This is awesome to see for BC and the Yamaha Sky Racing team.
Look at this. The 50-year-old and the 18-year-old Sky Racing versus GDR up the inside. The boys are coming right behind us here. Mcnabb on the inside. Oh, my God. Look at how rough that is, Kyle, right there. Bump after bump after bump. Looking for Canella. Canella slipped by there. So Canella into 7th. Once again, though, that slow start is really biting him. But already Piccolo trying to make a stab here.
That's the same move he made yesterday. Just not enough room there. And it looks like a Mcnabb having to go outside.
Mcnabb swinging wide. Sinai right there. That inside line is going to be prominent all day long. We've seen it on Saturday morning. We're going to see it here today. Look at this, guys. Just wheeling, bouncing right now. Already, if I was out here, I feel like my back is already starting to ache as I'm watching this. But these young kids are going forward here on lap 1. And the wild thing is, too, once they get racing, you set up in practice, you try to drop that hot lap. Racing's so much different. You shut out all the training, all the thought, and you just pin it to see where it goes on after that first, say, 10 minutes.
Yeah, the bike's going to be dancing around on all these guys, and they're just pinning it because that's what they did yesterday, too. Coming from yesterday's race, it was just all bowl corners and just smooth track. Now they're dealing with a lot of whoops here. The wheel's going to be up to the sky, and they're just going to try to be bouncing around here. But right now, the 3 guys in the title chase, all within that one anthill there.
Okay. Julian Bennett, Tanner Ward, Piccolo, Mcnabb trying that outside line like Bennett did. Does he got the drive? No. Piccolo shuts the door. Now he swings wide out here. A lot of talk, too, this morning was this going to be a one-line track. We're a lap and a half in, Kyle. I've seen guys take about 7 different lines.
Yeah, and you're so right. There's so many different lines out here. But the ongoing thing here, between motos, who's going to come out with the points lead? These 3 guys battling with 1 point.
Well, if you sit it right now, it goes to Ward if it's stopped right now. And Bennett currently sitting in that 6th spot in the points, just only 1 behind Canella, so it would put him up. Top 5, look at this. Tanner Ward already trying to make it. What a veteran move. Doing to Bennett what Piccolo did to him at round number 3, shutting the door with respect but taking control.
Yeah, good move here. He put a buffer in between him and his 2. Oh, and look at this. Mcnabb around the outside of Piccolo. Not enough drive there.
Wow, Piccolo taking a smart line, that outside line here. So this is where Bennett just needs to settle in. He hasn't shown the speed that he can hang with those guys. He just needs to settle in and kind of hang with his pace and try to break away from that rest of that top 5.
Yeah, Piccolo looking over his shoulder there. He knows Mcnabb on the outside here. He's going to control this inside berm here, Galdi.
All right, there it is. Look at the Mcnabb. Got the drive. Piccolo going to look over, going to shut the door.
Oh, wow.
Oh, same as the Ward yesterday. Mcnabb searching right now, looking.
Look at
so
this.
you think as a 15-year-old in this position, so still early on, lots of time, does he have frustration sit in knowing how fast he was from last round?
I honestly think he knows he's a fast out here. He got the fastest in practice. He's got to get by these two guys because he knows his teammate's probably his biggest threat here.
And you know, Piccolo and Bennett have been racing each other the last 10, 12 years, so they know each other well, both out of BC, the West Coast, best coast, as they like to say out here. So Sky Racing sitting 2 and 3 right now, but look at this. Piccolo got the drive on the inside. No, the blue crew carrying. I like that outside line. Look at that. Tanner Ward saw it last lap from Bennett. They're following suit.
Wow, look at the whoops there right off the start.
Wow.
It's everything's a Dragon's back.
I was going to say, is that a Dragon's back heading into a triple section of Supercross or what? Oh, look at this. I like Mcnabb again. He's going all over the place. He's searching. He's changing. Inside, outside. 3 lines different here, Kyle.
Wow, they're all 3 different lines here. And no, the order stays the same.
All right, Mcnabb now has to duck around the outside of that roost. Piccolo got the drive on Bennett. You know, Bennett, that tall legs. He's going to be able to make it work sort of on those roller sections to kind of keep it going. But you also got to think, though, that's the outright speed between Piccolo and Mcnabb. And here they go side by side.
Oh, a little bit of a case there, Piccolo. And now Mcnabb going to drive the outside.
Wow, 3 wide coming into the roller section. Bennett all over the bike. Mcnabb on the inside. He's going to go 2 for 1 maybe.
Oh, here he goes. Same as Linus Ward here last lap.
So Mcnabb gets Piccolo. Now he's already going after the back end of Bennett.
Here comes Piccolo again, though.
Wow. Piccolo now at the inside. This line has been the dominant one in this turn. Mcnabb going to swing wide. Does Piccolo get him back? Look at this, side by side. They're looking at each other. The 2 kids are banging bars.
So close there, Galdi. So close as they get to one of the rougher part of the tracks here. Piccolo way outside here on the edge of the track. Not able to get that drive. Now Mcnabb solid in third.
All right, Honda, Canada leading the way. Blue Crew sitting in the middle right now. Then it's then it's Red Plate Mcnabb, and then it's KTM right now. So a lot of manufacturer going on the battles, but the Honda boys sitting 1 and 3, and the Sky Racing. Quite cool to see that factory Honda versus not a privateer squad, but maybe just below that sort of factory look with the Sky Racing guys. Al Dick has picked up the young punks and they're making them work.
I'm absolutely stoked for Julian Bennett right now. I don't know. He's getting pressure there, but man, he's riding a solid race. This is the first time we've seen the front of the pack with him. Oh, he gets a little sideways there.
And now is Piccolo going to have the drive on Mcnabb on the outside? No, doesn't get the drive there. And what I like to see too, they're not losing Tanner Ward. They're keeping Tanner Ward, so Bennett is not holding these guys up. He's holding his own, like you're saying.
Yeah, so outside here, get that drive up that Camelback. And look at, you can't really tell on camera, but it's coming down a little bit here. The rain, the goggles might become an issue, especially for guys sitting in second and third, just eating roofs. But look at Mcnabb.
Mcnabb's got the drive. He's going to hit that outside line. He's going to make that pass. Ward now is going to look in that rear view mirror. It's going to be all Red Plate and all teammate.
He just jumped right up behind his teammate there and closed the gap while making a pass. But look at Piccolo. He's going to try to make a charge here.
Look at this. Bennett coming back now. Bennett going around the outside. Is he going to be able to swing by? Bennett on the Yamaha, got the drive, getting the wheel up. Oh, not able to beat the jump. And that's going to make Piccolo come up a bit short. These kids are all over the place, Kyle.
Wow.
These boys have zero issue with just letting it all hang out. 3 wide again.
And look at this, Bennett up the inside. We can see Mcnabb take it last lap. See if he got enough room.
Bennett now, whoa, Bennett got the leg off battle. Look how tall he is on that bike. He almost makes the pass back on Mcnabb.
Man, this is so cool to see Julian Bennett racing with these guys. He hasn't been there in the first 3 rounds, but round 4, rough track, he's out here riding like a veteran.
All right, so curly, red, blue, KTM going 1, 2, 3, 4.
So Piccolo wheel up there in the rougher section, head towards the back. The MJ's tabletop. These guys don't want to lose touch there as Piccolo gets into that 3rd spot here. So the BC guys, and look at Ward. He's being hunted right now. Mcnabb all over the rear fender. We got a replay coming up here. That is the right over there. Look at that. Bennett not able to make that step down. And then Piccolo just catching the edge, making that pass there.
Okay, so they've now made the move on Bennett. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and coming 5th spot, Canella. Canella is sitting on the tail end of this top
and
5.
running the same lap, the fastest lap of the top 5 there.
Okay, so Canella, we know how. And
You can see him in frame here, Goldie.
There he is right there. We know how good shape he is, and we know he's fast. He had a bike issue. He's way back in the points. He needs to really push the limits here, Kyle, and make hay while that sun is shining. There's no sun today.
Look at that.
But he needs to make it work.
One straightaway, we have all top 5 right in that mechanics area. This is insane. We're getting the lappers. This track is rough. These guys are pinned.
Tanner Ward up front, right? Whoa, Tanner Ward getting a little saucy.
Oh, he's off
the track.
there.
That's all right. Is Mcnabb going to be able to make the pass? Look at that. Mcnabb taking advantage maybe right now up the inside. Mcnabb blowing by the outside of his teammate, Ryder Mcnabb. Manitoba's own right now taking the lead.
He's fast on that anthill. He gets that outside swing, misses the bumps on the way up, misses the bumps on the way down, and just right around the outside. Nice pass.
Oh, it is. I giggle at how rough it is coming up to that little tabletop these guys are doing. Of course, this jump here, they call it the Big Dirty. I go for this. Wow, Piccolo coming up so short right there. It is going to keep getting harder and harder to clear that jump on this 250. And Kyle, you know as good as anybody, when we case something out there in your racing, it takes everything out of you.
All your energy, your leg strength, it almost wants to blow your hands off the bike. Then you got to regroup here. So these guys battling the conditions, battling some of these bigger jumps here. And the scary point is, Mcnabb came from 4th. He's now in the lead. He's got a few bike lengths lead. He's got maybe a 2nd. That's not good for the competition.
No, that is not. Look at him already pulling away here. And look at this. Canella right on the back end. So now the battle 2, 3, 4, 5 behind Mcnabb.
So Mcnabb finding himself in a familiar place from yesterday. And on the leaderboard, 2:07 for Mcnabb. The next fastest is 2:09.1 for Canella. So those guys battling it hard.
I feel like this dropping the hammer, if you want to call it that, the Cole Fasciotti, very supportive team manager, rider manager, whatever you want to call him over there. Tanner said last weekend, he said, when he gets the lead, do not look back, drop it, get ahead. Look what Mcnabb does. He drops the pass, and he drops 4 seconds. Now, he was 4 seconds a lap faster that lap. He passed him about 3/4 of the way through, but unbelievable how these guys are able to just turn it up at will like that. And how deflating. How deflating.
Bennett went down there, so he's going to drop back. I think he's got a bit of room there. He had about 9 seconds back to Sinai, who you would expect to be good in these conditions. He's come from a Euro scene, but man, he got dropped by our leaders.
So, whoa! Did we just see Bennett kick there? It's not Bennett Piccolo. No, he saved it. Piccolo had a moment
there. Crash there.
Oh, there's the replay right there. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. You missed it. Paid attention just off screen a little bit. So Bennett going down. Sky Racing hitting the dirt there. But see where he picks up when he comes back around with timing and scoring. And so Piccolo, Ward, and Canella now right in there. But now there's a little bit more space coming in, Kyle.
Yeah, they were very grouped up. The guy that we're going to be keeping an eye on is the number 46 right in your camera screen, slowly picking away at Piccolo as he gets nice little movement out of that corner, and he's got great speed there.
And you watch the way these guys are riding. It's all about the edges of the tracks, trying to get the power of the ground and being able to carry as much speed as you possibly can out there up over that big tabletop. That's where our amateur finish line was for the Parks Canada Amateur Open AMO. Shreve North. Whoa, Ward off the track again. Tanner Ward struggling to keep it in between the mustard and the mayonnaise out there, ladies and gentlemen. So Tanner Ward making a few mistakes, not really losing any time. I don't believe that would be something that the referees would look at, Kyle.
I like that driver's reference there. When the guy's leading, can't even drive.
Whoa, look at this. Out of nowhere, Canella gets the drive and makes the pass on Piccolo. Marco Canella has found it here about just coming up to the halfway mark, maybe another lap, and we'll be halfway in this moto. So Marco Canella, the 46 MX-101 FXR, Carlson Racing, Yamaha Blue Crew, taking up into that 3rd spot, and he's got his old friend, old rival, Tanner Ward, just in front.
So about the same lap time as Mcnabb, Canella making that pass, 2:08s there. They're sitting at a lot faster than Ward and Piccolo, but Mcnabb with a 5-second lead, Galdi. He has slipped away.
Wow, Mcnabb dropping that hammer like we keep referring to right there. And we do see Julian Bennett, too, was able to get back up. He's in 6th, so Sinai did get by him in that crash that we witnessed out there. So still a great ride for that young Bennett. But now what we're seeing is the 46 starting to pick his way through. And this is where the 46 can really rise to that top. We know he is probably one of the hardest trainers in this class, and it just kind of never seems to work out in his favor. But when the track is like this is what we get to see.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. His start skills are just not there. He can't put himself in a great position because these other guys are just giving a huge advantage. They're getting 15 seconds on him, and he's got to claw away at their lead. He's slowly catching his longtime rival, Tanner Ward, but hey, Ward's been up here. He's had an easier race. He hasn't had to fight the roost.
And you know what's funny about Canella? He was a great starter as an amateur. So is it something that he's lost, or it's just because everybody else around him is just as good? Like, how does that work out?
I don't know. I want to say that he might be a little bit heavier on the bike compared to a Tanner Ward, and especially a rider Mcnabb. And maybe that weighs in. Maybe it's just a confidence thing, right? He just hasn't been a good starter for a while, hasn't got that confidence going. But it's something he's trying to work at, trying to get better. It's just not there yet.
All right, so Marco Canella, MX-101 FXR Yamaha right now, coming up just a little bit short once again on that big jump. Now time to give you a bit of a top 20 rundown as we get ready to go into lap 7. Ryder Mcnabb, Tanner Ward, Marco Canella, Jacob Piccolo, Darian Snide, top 5. Julian Bennett after his crash in 6th. Halstead, Gaynor, Elmore, and Davey Frazier in the top 10. Wyatt Kerr, Jamie Powell, William Crate, Quinn Amiot, Preston Massiangelo, top 15. Zach Ufemzef, Bryce Wage, Seth Hughes, Eric Jeffrey, and Bert Gillamy rounding out all the points-paying positions right now. So all the guys within the top 20 in the points right now heading into this moto inside the top 20 points-paying positions. So good stuff out there. Mcnabb.
Oh, a little bit of slow lap there for Mcnabb. Oh, and you see Piccolo completely sideways. Sorry, folks. I just looked over my shoulder and he was sideways. I think he's all right. He's fine.
And yeah, he was able to keep it up. So
I seen all side number plate, and it was the opposite side number plate from where we
just
are.
behind us here. We can take a look. You can't probably see it on screen. It is absolutely, it's not pouring, but it's coming out a lot heavier right now. So the boys are definitely going to be dealing with some goggle issues out there.
Yeah, so these guys gained a little bit of ground. Maybe a bad lap with lappers there for Mcnabb. A 2:09. Tanner Ward was the fastest there by 3 seconds.
Okay, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. There's the
no
red
goggles.
Oh, no goggles. That could be the issue right there. Might have got some dirt in the eye.
And you can see it on this camera here. It's coming down pretty steady.
So, and you know what's wild about this, most don't think about it, when you lose the goggles, the rain hitting you in the face, it's tiny, it's like tiny little knives just kind of cutting you when the speed, although speeds are down a little bit because of how rough the track is, but it's still such a pain getting the water hitting you in the face, kind of hitting you in the eyes.
You look at him lapping Mackay here, and he's going to get a little bit of roost, right? A little bit of roost every time he gets by a lapper, and he's got to close his eyes a little bit, and that gets a little scary when you're dealing with these kind of bumps.
And he's coming off that front wheel, too, kind of fights his way up underneath the fender and up into your face as well, so he'll be battling on right now, and we'll see riders behind him to see if he is able, but I gotta feel like this kid has been used to riding with no goggles growing up where he did in Manitoba, out in the fields, riding everything they possibly can out there, and he's used to it still being able to get, whoa, one rider right off the side of the jump there. That was Talon Unger. Tanner Ward not able to do it, but you can tell right there the gap way closer. Marco Canella is sniffing. He's right there.
Getting around that lapper there for Canella, and I believe that the second and third place here, Tanner Ward and Canella still having their goggles, is going to come into play. It's going to get, as they get into deeper traffic, lap traffic, they're going to deal with more roost. And look at now Canella finding some lines here. He's right up behind Ward.
Marco Canella is finding it here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just past the halfway point in Moto number 1. The halfway board just came out that last lap there for Ryder Mcnabb, so now they tuck it away. So this is lap 8. The boys are starting lap 8, so they got about 7 to go. Kyle here to finish off this moto with the rain coming down, the track not getting much faster, but I love that line right there, Canella. I myself just love riding in the sand, and you can find those little knuckles to put yourself up on a high ground right there. That line right there, Canella. I feel like this area is where he's going to try to set that pass
Saving energy too, Goldie. We know it's getting to the late stages. He is the best fitness, but why put yourself through that if you don't need to? He's going to find that smooth line. He's going to find lines for next moto as well. So right now, Canella slowly creeping up here. We look over the board, though. Back to the fastest lap, Ryder Mcnabb, right almost a 2:09 lap.
So maybe just getting the goggles off there. He made a bit of a slip up for sure. So he's back to the top of the board with the fast lap, back to a 4.8 second lead right now on lap number 8. And they're starting to get into the points paying positions as far as lap traffic goes as well, Kyle.
Yeah, so getting up into the guys that are battling for points. And this is a nice little inside here for Canella. And see, that little visor is going to help here. He's just going to tuck his head. A lot of these top guys running that visor to block a little bit of the rain, a little bit of the sand coming in their face. Nice little wheel up over there.
See, that's the other unique thing about this here. I grew up
look at this.
Look at this inside move on Canella.
Wow, great drive there.
Wow, he got the drive. Ward's going to swing wide. Canella's going to make this pass, I think, Kyle, up the inside. Ward opens the door. No problem. A very easy pass. Ward with no defense.
Ward has been getting slower and slower through that section. We've seen Mcnabb make the pass and pull on him there, and now Canella. So he's got to fix. He can't go to that outside. He's got to take that inside. He's got to rough it up through the middle and go from there. But Ward, another pass in that same section.
All right, so there is our leader there, Canella. I don't know. That doesn't look like 4 seconds to me, Kyle. We're going to get a lap.
Yeah.
Whoa! Little kick hand out there. And what I was alluding to, I grew up at this place called Innisfil. And you probably heard me talk about it before. It's literally just a bombed out sand hole. When you go there, when you're trying to go, okay, I got 30-minute moto I want to do, you're just trying to find a way to bounce the holes, carry the speed, and get that flow while saving all that energy. And that's what I feel like I'm seeing out of Canella right now. He's just finding little pockets where he can bounce in and out of. And this is the line right here. I want all you fans at home, watch this one right here. Only rider going inside. You see him kind of go slow a little bit. Oh, he actually had to go outside. Sorry, there's a lap traffic there. He couldn't lose his line there, but he's just able to kind of find these little pockets. And look at that, nearly 2 seconds faster for Canella on Mcnabb.
Too, so.
Oh,
no,
leader down. We got a new leader. Ryder Mcnabb going down right there. We got a new leader. Marco Canella steals the lead.
Wow, this is where Mcnabb, no goggles. This is going to become an issue. If he wants to battle back, he's going to have to take some routes from Canella. And now Ward has a little bit of hope here, Galdi. That is the red plate right in front of him, and he can take that lead.
And he still has goggles on, Kyle. So Tanner Ward still running goggles here with Ryder Mcnabb. Definitely not a good omen headed in right now for Ryder Mcnabb. Trying to, like, he can't even brush his eyes. He's got nothing. Whatever he's seeing is just going to get worse and worse and worse as it goes. We know the kid is going to battle hard, no doubt about it. But maybe this is a point where maybe the pit pro comes out and says, hey, just back it down. Sorry, is that what you were leading?
I was going to say, pull in, get some goggles. But listen, you know how bad it is.
He's got 13 seconds on Piccolo behind Ward, so he can still pull a third.
It's tough because he knows his main competition behind him is young. But viewers at home, how irritating it is when you get a speck of dirt in there. Imagine riding a sand track with this rain, all that dirt going in your eyes, trying to blink, trying to get your vision back while you're doing this moto in this demanding track, and you got your teammate all over you.
And another thing we can allude to, whoa! Right in the way, lap traffic, right? Did that guy even go down or did he just stop?
I don't know. He was done with this track. He's
that
over
must have been one of McNabb's best buddies right there. McNabb now getting a little bit of things. So what I was going to talk about, now riding the way he is, yeah, maybe slow it down, just bring it home. But what about Canella gone?
Yeah.
What about the fact now the eyes for this second moto, Kyle?
That's
the vision, the dirt, everything. They got to get that clean out here. We know that there is a rule across in the MXGPs where they have a goggle lane that they make you pull in. We don't have that rule in Canada, but the smartness. I mean, this is a very tricky situation when you're dealing, especially with the sand and stuff getting in your eyes here for second moto. So we'll have to keep an eye on that situation for Ryder Mcnabb. But right now, the situation has changed. A DNF last round for Marco Canella, 0 points.
Wow, look at that lap.
81, 207. But the fastest lap of the moto was a 205. He just did a 207 on lap 10 here, Kyle.
Impressive.
Very, very impressive. So if we get back and we look at the points, 81, so he was 46 down coming into this moto. Not a lot of gain on this one, but he's going to gain a lot on the Sanais and the Piccolos here from this one.
It's from now on out, Galdi, Canella needs to find himself in this position.
Yes.
He needs to put himself, he's mature enough where he can get out here, he can gap control, he can manage the race from here, but it's every single time. He's got to pass all his competition.
Yeah.
You can't do that, so every time. You got to put yourself in the lead. You got to get that royalty-stricken hole shot, and you got to pull away.
Now we think about this. Tanner Ward, Darian Sanai, Ryder Mcnabb, and shortly here maybe Marco Canella. 4 different winners thus far in our 250 class out of, what are we at, 2, 5, 6 motos.
Yeah.
So very cool to see the depth and the diversity here in our 250 class here at the Triple Crown Series here in Canada. We hope you're enjoying what you're seeing right now on Fox Sports Racing and, of course, the Flow Racing app. This is Moto number 1 coming from you live from Gopher News, Cortland, Ontario, about 2 hours away from Toronto up here in Canada. There we go, Sada Sanai right now. Thor Parts Canada, Pro Circuit Kawasaki sitting in that 5th position. Looks like he's starting to gain on Piccolo.
Yeah, he's starting to gain here, so this is going to get interesting. Piccolo fade back. He was in that lead battle early on, but he's 17 seconds away from Tanner Ward now. So Piccolo, I've seen a couple incidents there. This is going to get good, and this is the motivation Sanai needs right now.
Is this the veteran?
Yes, this is the MXGP veteran we know. Sanai, late in the moto, handling the bike well. And is Piccolo got goggles? Yes, he does. He's looking.
Wow, he's looking back. He's giving it up. No, Piccolo's thrown in the towel, but I like the maturity. Keep the points, stay in the title hunt. That's what the pit board needs to say right now. Don't go Jake, stay Piccolo. That's what we're going to, or stay Jake, don't go Piccolo, whatever we're talking about on that one. But keep it firm, and that's what it is. So he can still bring home a 5th place position, solid points. And look at this, though. He's attacking back.
Yeah, we've seen this last year when it was super hot and humid here. Piccolo had a great run in one of the motos there, but just ran out of steam. He just faded back, but he was very mature about it. He didn't push the envelope. He just kind of stayed in his lane and didn't just collect good points, because you try to push too hard, you make mistakes, it can cost you in the long run.
Look at this, Piccolo getting the jump. Oh, whoa. Getting a little seat hoppy going on right there. That's the other thing too, Kyle. You get that traction loss and it dives in one of those holes. It will just buck these guys right over the bars and make them almost look beginner-esque in a sense sometimes, because it's just so uncontrollable where that bike is dancing with the track like this.
Yeah, rain continuing to come down here. It was supposed to stop around 1, but hey, Mother Nature said, no way, we're going to make it real tough conditions for these guys, real tough vision, as we're watching Piccolo on screen. Started up front, faded back, now just got passed by Sinai, so he's going to try to regroup for Moto 2, maybe bounce back up there as we go to Canella. And if there's anybody in the 450 pits right now, get your cell phone out and start watching this kid. He's got the lines. He's made it from about 6th, 7th place, I think.
Yeah, 7th or 8th on lap number 1. Marco Canella showing exactly why he was touted as one of a championship contenders that just been having a bit of bad luck thus far. But this moto here showcasing the hard work, the talent, the effort that goes in behind him as the racer, and the MX-101 FXR, Yamaha, and Carlson Racing backing these guys up. And of course, AMP Construction. Got to give a shout out to our friends Adam Powell and the Powell family. Very good friends of MX-101, and they are the family that helps me with my Tyke and Stasic races.
Oh, awesome.
Because I'm too busy doing this over here. So AMP Construction, very good family out there. Their young kid, Chandler Powell, was one of the winners of our Supercross series last fall.
Really good rider.
Very cool. So awesome to see them supporting. And this, as a sponsor, this is what you like to see.
Yeah. This is the Canella we wanted to see since round 1. Moto 6, we're finally seeing exactly what you put all your money in. Actually, you took the money out of the stock, so...
Yeah, I know.
I told you to ride it out.
You said it. You sit on it. You did say that. I snuck myself back in on the caboose, though. I did find myself in a back trap door this morning. I said, I'm back on the thing. So hopefully we can keep going here. I'm happy. Right now I'm sitting. I've got some cheese and some crackers, a nice bottle of wine, but I'm at the back of this bus, but I'm starting to move forward.
So look at this. It's crazy. He comes from 7th, and how clean his number plate is, because this drizzle is just keeping everything so clean. Sponsors loving it, just like that AMP Construction there.
I love that he's still got goggles on as well. Like I'm not too sure what brand the boys are using out there. We should definitely talk about that, but whatever it is, I think these are 100% actually. I think they were 100%, but regardless, very cool that he's still able to, and I think that's such a key in this race like this, because you can see what's happening to Mcnabb, and Tanner Ward now lost a little bit that lap again. So Tanner Ward's still been behind Mcnabb. Mcnabb doing a good job with basically not really having much vision.
Yeah, so Mcnabb had that little incident, had a great run, but I really feel like, as he's on screen right now, I really feel like Canella was going to slowly track him down there, just as maturity would have caught up to him. But hey, Mcnabb's going to hang on to this red plate going into Moto 2. Obviously, we don't swap anyways.
We missed it last time, too. The 2-lap board was out there, Kyle. So the next time around for the number 46 will be 1 to go.
1 to go is going to be a nice little sigh of relief here. You can just go through the motions, get it done. Mcnabb sitting in the 2nd spot, and like we know in Moto, yesterday this would have been an overall for Canella, but today we're going to make a fight through another one and try to get that overall.
What a bunch of jerks we are out there, eh? Making that happen like that. All right, so the boys clicking by here as Marco one more time up to the big dirty, as they call it. Look, they can't even jump it now. And you see folks at home, it's kind of getting that hump. They hit it so hard at the beginning of the race, it disappears, and they're basically jumping from halfway down the race there, or down the obstacle. So pretty crazy to see how the track changes, and it's only going to get changed more. More bikes hitting it, the faster the guys go, and more rain coming down.
That inside corner was nasty. He was standing up all the way through it, and yeah, you see how the jumps like hump out there, Goldie. That's the way that the bikes compress into the bottom, the suspension unloads, and then they take off the top there. Good point there, as he's going to get that white flag.
Here we go, 1 to go for the number 46. Right there, looking good. Leading the way here in Moto number 1. AMP Construction backing up the FXR MX-101 Yamaha. And there is Mcnabb coming behind us just off screen. He's getting his last stop flag. And Ward still right there. Looks about maybe 3 seconds ago. We got a...
Not too bad.
Rider down out there. Yellow flags waving.
Yeah, so that was a great run of Marco that guy went down.
That was a good lap for Ward. So Ward's still got an opportunity here, Kyle.
Yeah, 3 seconds on a track like this today. Yesterday we would have said that's too much. But today anything can happen, especially with these guys getting the lappers. And he was about 1.5 seconds faster that last lap.
All right, so Marco Canella, Ryder Mcnabb, Tanner Ward, Darian Sinai, Jacob Piccolo, your top 5. Bennett, Gaynor, Halstead, Elmore, Jamie Powell. I think that might be his best moto of the year. Jamie Powell in 10th spot. Good solid ride for that other MX 101 rider. Quinn Amiot, Wyatt Kerr, William Crate, Davey Frazier, Seth Hughes in that top 15. And Jeremy Mackay, Bryce Wage, Guillaume St. Cyr, Guillaume St. Cyr. I gotta say that. Guillaume, Eric Jeffries, and Zach Ufamzef into that top 20 points paying position. But a half a track to go. And now we get back to that conversation again, Kyle, of like the confidence. This is just like you go if you're able to go to a store and say, give me the shot of confidence, please. Put it into my arm. Here it is for Canella.
Or it's like a relay race where you're passing the confidence baton. Boom, boom, boom. And now Canella's got it. Mcnabb had it yesterday. Ward had it the weekend before. And now Canella has this confidence going for him. And this is scary, but also these guys got to look at it like, hey, I gave up 3 points to a guy that's 46 down. No, as far as championship stuff goes for Mcnabb, Ward, they're fine. Yeah. It looks fine like that, but Mcnabb now will stretch 2 points over Ward heading into second moto, and that will route her down on the outside. He's okay. And would have 2 points. It would be a 3-point lead for Mcnabb going into the second moto here later this afternoon. While you're watching us on Fox Sports Racing and the Flow Racing app, we are watching the AMP Construction MX 101 FXR Blue Crew Rockstar back. Marco Canella going to bring his first ever pro win here on soil not that far. The whole family is here. This is a happy moment and a deserving one. The hand in the air. Checker flag waving for Marco Canella here in Moto number 1. And look at the pump on him. The kid is stoked. He is pumped. He is happy. And I'll tell you what, that just keeps making our series more amazing. Seeing different winners. Mcnabb and Ward going to round out that top 3, Kyle. So cool to see on those guys out there. And Mcnabb and Tanner Ward still hanging out. Tanner Ward did catch up. Kyle, amazing stuff right there. We're going to take a quick little break and bring back more action from the 2021 Triple Crown Series here at Gopher Dunes. Moto number 1 in the 250 class goes to Marco Canella. Come on back. We'll be back with the 450s. Welcome back. Triple Crown Series live on Fox Sports as well as the Flow Racing app. And wow, what a moto. We are just about getting down to the podium. We're going to get the leaders board up here. Marco Canella, his first moto win of his career and the season there. What a ride there. Ryder Mcnabb, tough go there. He came from behind. He made his way up. He lost his goggles. And then he had a little tip over. He's going to settle for second. Tanner Ward, Darian Sinai, Jacob Piccolo, Bennett, Gaynor, Halstead, Elmore, and Powell rounding out the top 10. I got to say, 3 BC riders up there. We're going to send it over to Galdi with these interviews.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just wrapped up that first 250 moto here, and we're going to be talking to our winners. An amazing ride by this young kid right here, the first pro moto win of his career. Wow, I'm not even sure how to talk about this one, Marco. I was excited for you. I know the work that you put in. I feel like this track was made for you today. A little bit of rain made it tough. You made it happen. Just give me your thoughts on it and how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, it definitely didn't come overnight, that's for sure. It's been a lot of years chasing after this feeling, but came here in the morning, I was like, man, they didn't groom the track. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It was not easy out there, man. It's hard to get a flow, and just kind of just took the first few laps to watch the race develop, watch the track develop a little bit, and then I got into a flow, and it was like, I don't know, it just, everything came easy to me that moto, you know what I mean? I was passing guys and came through, all my main competition. It feels good to put a nice gap on them by the end of the moto, and, I felt amazing. I thought I was going to be suffering, but honestly, it was just like a practice day, man. It felt good.
All right, now the confidence. I was saying on the show, it's like if you go to a store and get a needle and say, give me the confidence, how does that make you feel? I mean, now you know. I mean, you've always known, but it was always just that piece of that puzzle.
Yeah, for sure. You can tell yourself you're going to win as much as you want, but until you actually go out and do it, it's really hard to make yourself believe it 100%. And now that we did it, we're going to go try and do it again and a heck of a lot more the rest of the year, that's for sure.
All right, well, wish you luck. Congrats, Marco Canella, bringing home the win for the FXR MX 101 AMP Construction Squad. Ryder Mcnabb straight down right off the top of the podium. Going to come talk to this kid here. No goggles on, basically on behalf of that moto right there. For bringing him in here, second spot in that moto. Ryder, they say the worst ones, or the worst motos are the ones that keep the championship alive, and that one looked tough. Obviously, you lost your goggles. Just give me your thoughts. Sand and rain are not good with no goggles.
No, not at all. Sorry. Like 5 laps in, my goggles fogged up on the inside, and just couldn't see. So, kind of just tried to ride my race, but the rain was going in my eyes and the sand. And then Marco got by me. He probably wouldn't have got by me, but I actually tipped over in the corner down there and just tried to pick it back up. I didn't want Tanner to get by me, so just tried my hardest.
Was there any thought process at all about pulling in for goggles or on the pit board or anything, or we just go for it?
I was in first, so no, I wasn't pulling in for goggles.
Sounds good. Love it. All hard kids, second spot on that ride right there. Great job. We'll let you get back, get ready for Moto number 2, Ryder Mcnabb. We're bringing third here in that Moto. You can walk right in. Tanner Ward, Honda Canada, GDR Fox ride. Tanner, another solid ride, another consistent one out there. I know you're probably not as happy with it, but with the way the rain coming down, the frustration, it's good points. Only lose 2 to the teammates as far as the points go in the championship. Just give me your outlook on it right there, because from us sitting in the booth, it looked crazy and nasty.
Yeah, the track is it's gnarly. They didn't touch it since yesterday with the amateurs and us riding it, and it's hard to find a flow just like that. But I led for most of that part of that moto, and just couldn't find a flow. I mean, I feel like that's my story this weekend. But yeah, it is what it is. We salvaged another third, so almost caught Ryder there at the end, and I actually hit a lapper, and and then I reeled them back in, but I settled too early. So we'll fix that and come out swinging next moto.
That lapper hit the brakes right in front. We saw it on TV. I'm like, did that guy just stop in front of you?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was just trying to get out of my way and stopped, and he was kind of on the side, so I actually slid him down. But then Derek said he crashed, but I think he just kind of tried to get down my way, and they were trying to get out of my way. There's no worries. It is what it is, and it's a bummer, but we'll come out swinging next moto.
Sounds good. Tanner Ward, great job, third overall. There you have it, guys. They're all getting ready to go. It's still raining and drizzling right now, Kyle. It's a little nasty out here. It's a little nasty out there, but the 450 boys are coming up next. Let's send it to you in the booth and get ready for those.
Thanks a lot, Galdi. Great talking to those guys there. And look at the rain still coming down.
Welcome back live, everybody, once again here from Gopher Dunes, Cortland, Ontario, the track Gopher Dunes. And we're going to get right into the 450 points as we get ready for 450 Moto 1. A 1-point difference between Wright and Pettis. Welton there gained some points last round. Thompson, Mcnabb, Moffenbauer, Tremblay, Meston, O'Farrell, and Parker Eels, your top 10 as we get ready to go here for 450 Moto 1, Kyle. And what we just saw, goggles were the big talk heading into that 250. We've seemed like we've kind of lost a bit of this drizzle. Yeah. Still very still very dark outside, but we see, look at Moffenbauer, he's got roll-offs. Tremblay looks like he's got tear-offs. O'Farrell looks like a tear-off guy. Dylan Wright, tear-off.
Hey, Meston with the roll-offs. He said he's aggressive with it, but he's running
to keep and see if he snaps that wire in there again. Look at Marshall Welton, big opening hole in the gate there beside him. That's always kind of comfortable. That's when some guys like to start beside the box, right? You get that little bit of room. So he's got a bit of room out there. But here we go. We're getting ready for 450 Moto number 1. Once again, thank you for tuning in, everybody watching on Fox Sports Racing or your Flow Racing app. You're joining us here from Cortland, Ontario, Gopher Dunes, round 4 of the Triple Crown Series. And this is 450 Moto 1. And the boys, they're getting hyped. This is my favorite part of the day. The board gets sideways. The revs start to climb, and the gate gets ready to drop. Who's going to grab the whole shot? Welton gets a jump. Pettis and Welton 1 and 2. Pettis, the clear favorite. There's Cole Thompson on the outside. Oh, just Pettis. No problem. Going to grab that roadstricity.com whole shot here in 450 Moto number 1. The Orange Brigade mixed in with a gas, and then Tremblay, and then a little slice of green.
Yeah, a little bit of
green apple on the top of that orange martini.
Yeah, look at Tim Tremblay, another good start. Obviously, first moto yesterday, he crashed off the start, so it come from behind. Look at Thompson grabbing tear off already.
Look at Mcnabb's already trying to put a little bit of pressure on there. So Tyler Mcnabb getting off to that good start. He said his starts have been the thing that's missing, and he doesn't know where he's lost them because he's such a good starter over time. And here he is on that Kobe Quid gas ride. But KTM Factory Red Bull leader right now, Jess Pettis. And here comes Marshall Welton, Team Green Thor, Pro Circuit trying to make a pass. And side by side is that Tremblay and Meston. So Tremblay, we lost Thompson.
He had a goggle issue, and now he's dropped back there. I seen him off the side of the track there, Galdi, when we look back. And now Pettis out front. Medaglia, the best start we've seen yet out of Tyler Medaglia. And I feel like this track is going to be suited for the wily veteran of Medaglia.
I also like the chances of the number 777, Tim Tremblay, with this kind of nasty.
Where's Dylan Wright?
This is like a big old snowcross track out here. But yeah, where is the number 1? Right now, Dylan Wright. Oh, wow, Kyle. He's just coming through the Honda Canada turn. Back there, Dylan Wright is outside the top 20. He will get a lap here when they cross. So Dylan Wright has got a lot of work to do right now, Kyle.
Yeah, so great start here at Tremblay, and a good time for both these guys in practice. Up in the top 3 for both them, Moffenbauer third, and Tremblay sitting in second after qualifying. So these guys know how to ride the rough track here. Tremblay to the inside, a snow crosser. This is his cup of tea.
All right, so we get the chime coming across. Dylan Wright, 19th place right now, Kyle. So Dylan Wright off to a horrible start on his Honda Canada.
I didn't even see him off it. I don't know what happened. Like, how he got buried.
Missed that altogether on that one. Did not get a shot of the number one. So we're going to be seeing some different changes right now. And this is where Pettis and Welton can thrive. Pettis right now in the driver's seat. Welton looking, trying to make a pass on his former teammate here on the team green ride. Now gas ride for Tyler Medalli, but here comes number two. Swinging around that outside line, carrying that speed. The number two going to try to push to the inside move here. Does he make the pass stick? Wow, a beautiful line by Welton. Medag's going to have to swing wide. Welton up the inside. He's going to get the drive on the Cowie. No, the gas power finds the gas to the dirt.
Wow, good line there by Medaglia. He must have learned from those Honda boys there, taking that line. Mcnabb strong there early on. But look at Welton taking the rough line around, trying to work his way around the number 5. And man, Welton coming off that win that overall yesterday, he's going to be looking to find the front of the pack here early on.
Looking to find the front end, keeping it on the ground right there, almost looping out off that option. Whoa, look at this. Medag's not able to get the jump. Welton going to slide by smoothly up the inside. Ooh, man, it was swapping. Welton taking advantage of a little mistake by Medag's right there. Not able to get that big obstacle over that tabletop. Team green power to the ground now into that second spot on the number 2 bike.
Yeah, he's got a tear off flipping up the side there, so obviously just didn't get the full pull on that. And he's made his way to second here. He's going to try to track down last year his nemesis on these Gopher dunes here. Him and Pettis swapping motos. And here looking to make it in the 450 class, trying to catch up to Pettis. And he's got about a 3-4 second lead, would you say?
We're going to see here
5 seconds.
5.6 second lead already for Pettis on lap number 2 here with these guys. And I like Moffenbauer in there, Thompson in there, and Meston. What we're waiting for is to see where we get to see the number 1. Yannick Boucher right now having a great ride, sitting in that 8th spot as he comes across the line. Still the lead pack though. Look at Moffenbauer now trying to put the pressure on it. Whoa,
that
Moffenbauer
outside so far out there, Galdi. Look at the Dagler just pulled away so easily.
Dylan Wright up to 11th position, but he just got Max Philippek. He's up into 10th.
So up in the top 10 here, Galdi. He's quite a ways back, but you know what? This is the type of track he needs. It's rough, it's demanding, and he's going to be able to claw his way back up here.
Look at this, Medag's almost getting passed by Moffenbauer 2 turns ago, and now he's right back up in the wheelhouse of the number 2 of Welton. And Pettis has checked out, Kyle. Yes, it says 5.6 on the timing and scoring now, but I got to say it's more about 6.5. And look at this, Medag's off the track.
Oh, that's a weird, awkward line coming back on there. Nice save by Medaglia. He had to come up that bankment, that sand bankment there, so good job by Medaglia there. It's Moffenbauer going up the hill there. So these 3 here battling it out for that second spot. Pettis getting away early there.
So the difference you're going to see here, ladies and gentlemen, is between the 250, 450. Right now, there's a lot of settling other than just Pettis. And look at this. Here it is, Dylan Wright, which we believe is a 10th position at the moment right now. So an absolute horrible start for our reigning champion and current red plate holder on the Honda Canada GDR Fox bike. So, and you got to think, I mean, yeah, he is miles ahead as far as speed goes for that top 5, but these guys are really starting to break away. It's going to be very hard for him to get into a real good points position.
Yeah, so these guys kind of all, look at this, how slow they look through that corner compared to yesterday. But Moffenbauer taking the long way around, but he carried some great speed, made the pass.
Wow, Sean Moffenbauer out of the concrete village of Saskatchewan right now making the pass in the deep sand in Gopher Dunes, showing that he's got some skill out here, and we've seen him do good out here before. So Sean Moffenbauer finding some good speed early on in Moto number 2.
Yeah, so 6 seconds for our leader. He's already gained. Oh, Medaglia getting a little sideways there on camera. KTM boys just behind that battle. Tim Tremblay, great ride out of him, got a great start, and now he's sitting in a good position for a top 5.
All right, so the boys are paddling out there. Medags. I meant Moffenbauer looking like he is on the move right now with Welton in the frame. Look at Jess Pettis, absolutely gone on the backside of our screen right there. Jess Pettis, 6.6 second lead across the stripe last time. Dylan Wright now up into that 8th position, and he's got about 9 seconds to Meston. And then after that, everybody else is pretty close. So if he has a couple of good laps, he could find his way back into that top 5.
Yeah, I think he will. It's going to be the late stages that we're going to see that number 1 peek into our screen. And look at that, Pettis just going by. He's gone. 3 laps in here, and he's got a nice, comfortable lead. But this battle is, if they're keeping their distance early on here, they're just pacing each other out. Moffenbauer slowly gaining some time on, well, these guys both battled it out at the Ammo Provincial early on here. So now they're back at it. Must be comfortable ground for the 2 of them.
I don't know about comfortable. It wasn't quite this rough, I don't think, at our local race. But right now, knowing where they got a battle on. And Mcnabb, I like what I'm seeing out of the number 5 there. I've been kind of busting his chops a little bit, saying, hey, man, you're my guy. I put money on you, man. Like, this and that. He's like, I know. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. So, and his plan wasn't really to do the full series, but he's kind of fitting in well. So what we see out of him right now, whoa, Moffenbauer getting a leg down there. But Mcnabb's starting to push that envelope and really starting to feel comfortable. And this kind of probably brings a little bit more into his sort of comfort zone of off-road, a little bit slower pace, finding his way to jump over a hole or a log, or maybe like a downed car in the woods or something like that. He's feeling comfy out here right now.
I love that he finds downed cars in the woods.
I don't know what these off-road guys, they're right in the middle of nowhere. You never know what they're going to see.
That's his practice for the dunes.
Ah,
but there you go, Battaglia riding an awesome race here. First time we've seen him up front early on, so sitting in 4th and pacing these guys in the lead. You see Pettis just at the top of the screen, just disappearing there into the back section. Tim Tremblay sitting in 5th spot, looking great there on his KTM.
Okay, so, wow, look at Moffenbauer pushing the envelope right now. AMP Construction, FXR, MX101. Now look at us. We go back to Dylan Wright. Right now, currently sitting in that 8th position still.
He's right behind Meston right now.
Meston, wow, he's caught up a lot. So he was 9 seconds back that lap. So Dylan Wright, wow,
he's pacing the lead.
8 seconds faster on that lap. So there he is making the back, or making things work right there. Okay, so Pettis, Welton, Moffenbauer, Mcnabb, Tremblay, Thompson, Meston, Wright, Yannick Boucher, and Logan Leitzel inside that top 10. And I like to see what I'm at a Max Philippek right now. Max Philippek having a great ride, sitting in that 11th position prior to mechanical Liam O'Farrell. The journeyman, Jason Burke, sitting in that 13th spot, but this battle still going on right here. And Moffenbauer, he's trying to push right now. Is this the time you want to do it? Do you want to make the pass now, Kyle? Do you wait longer? What do you think?
He needs to go. He needs to go. He's caught him. He's worked his way up to this position, and Moffenbauer just getting better early on in the season. Last year, we've seen it late in the year. This year, he's getting it going early here. We're at round number 4, and he's already pushing up here the top 2. Yesterday had a wild get-off there and caught up in the lapper.
Well, battling for a podium position.
Yeah, podium spot there. So here he is. He's putting himself in a great spot again and trying to catch up to Marshall, our yesterday overall winner. And it's just crazy how much difference in speed these guys are dealing with compared to yesterday.
All right, so yellow flag waving as the number 2 and 3 come into position. Oh, that rider's got himself back up and into the track, so no problem here. One thing I want to
looks like Tim Tremblay getting around Battaglia there just in the background.
Oh, okay, so maybe Timbit has found his way around, so we're keeping on the 777, and I have a feeling he'll only get stronger in this race. He's just one of those guys who just kind of battles through, same speed the entire time out there for the 777. As Pettis takes that flag, gets across the finish line right now, edging by, we'll get a gap between the number 2 who's hitting your finish line right now, and as he goes by, 8.7 gap.
So those guys pushing the pace, and I feel like Wright, he's going to slowly make his way up here into that top 5 after, I don't know what happened at the start. We didn't see what happened to Wright on that Royal Distributed hole shot, but these guys in that back Howie section. So Wright must be the fastest on track right now. 209, so he's matching the leader. A little bit quicker.
Yeah, he is just a little bit faster than Pettis, a little faster than Pettis, but he's got 9 seconds to make on Cole, but he was 6.5 seconds that lap, so in about 2 laps, he should be on the rear fender of Cole Thompson, and then Thompson another 6 seconds back, so he still has this outside shot right now to even get up to maybe even that podium position here, Kyle, with the speed that he's carrying.
Especially when these guys get into lappers. If he's able to get through some lappers a little better. There's Tim Tremblay. Oh, it looks like Battaglia got back around him. So Battaglia got some fight.
Dancing all over the place there. Having a bit of a struggle bus on that one. He's probably looking for his Skidoo 600 instead of the old KTM 450 out there on that line. But he's still battling. Look at this. Oh, there it is, Kyle.
Moffenbauer, no. Leader's down.
Just Pettis down. What is going on with the guys leading the races today? Mcnabb goes down, and now Pettis, so Marshall Welton to the lead here, and Moffenbauer sitting in that 2nd spot, Kyle.
It just brings me to the point that, hey, Wright's not out of the picture here. He's going to be able to slowly gain ground. Let's see how good Pettis can regroup here and try to mount a comeback. But you think about Wright just lingering in the back, slowly picking away. He's going to see this lead pack, and he's going to get hungry.
Okay, so Marshall Welton now to the lead. Team Green, Pro Circuit, Thor Kawasaki, Huber Motorsports, and Pettis still in the third spot. So Pettis was still able to get up and hang on the third. And Mcnabb's just behind him, and Tremblay behind them. And whoa, Welton now, he kind of bobbles in that turn. Moffenbauer trying to drive. Maybe he's got the inside of the turn coming up. No, Welton for the time being has got the drive.
Yeah, so these guys all in that top 5 right there, all in that front straightaway or just before the Gopher Dune sign. Very tight battle, and so we're going to see the points here, or sorry, the time and scoring shuffle up here as Marshall Welton comes by with a 1 second lead over Moffenbauer. Now Pettis, he's down 3 seconds on Moffenbauer, so he's going to try to regroup, come back.
All right, there's Tremblay and Mcnabb, a couple of veterans pushing hard through forward. Moffenbauer really using that outside line to his advantage. He closed right up on the rear wheel here of these guys. And Dylan Wright looks like he has made his way now to 2:12. So he is still 6 seconds behind Thompson right there. So he gained about 2 on that lap there. So he's definitely chipping away, but not quite as much as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, maybe he ran into some issues with lappers, whatever it be. He's still quicker than the top 3 to 6 guys, so he's going to be able to chip away at those leads there. And these guys right now on screen, Moffenbauer running an unreal race here. The Saskatchewan native out in the hard prairies there. He's not used to the sand, but he is riding the sand good today.
He is surfing on top. But look at this. Here comes Pettis. Pettis now, whoa.
Oh,
Pettis getting it all wrong here in this moto. Is it just the fact pushing too hard, Kyle, or is it just the track coming up and biting him?
I think he's panicked a little bit that he had that lead, he gave it up, and now he's trying to fight back. He's just got to calm down and just let the track come to him.
All right, so the number 3 once again kind of chipping away. Every time he looks like he gets a little closer, then Welton stretches it out, gets a little closer to that yo-yo effect that we've seen in this 450 class right now. And a lot of the same line choice.
I just seen the number 1 in the background, so he's within a couple sections here, lingering in the shadows.
Lingering, just dancing out there. Okay, so Dylan Wright moving up here. We're gonna check that lap time the next time he comes around. And he is battling hard right now. Thompson, he's got it down. Oh, it looks like about still 6 seconds though, but we'll see when they come back straight. But back up to the front here with the number 2. Parts Canada Thor, Team Green, Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Backing up Marshall Welton right now. Moffenbauer, once again, Welton seems to have this section covered here, Kyle.
Yeah, he's pretty dialed in. And the way things sit here, I know that's 1 point for Pettis. It'd be coming down pretty close. I know you're a numbers guy, but Marshall Welton might leapfrog if it sat the way it was right into that red plate position.
As they head in here, that's an 8-point difference between them. So this would be a 5-point swap right here.
Okay.
So we could have a 3rd red plate by the time this day ends here, Kyle. And I mean, you know what? When you wake up in the morning, you say, hey, I'm going to watch a Triple Crown. We're going to make something happen. I'm going to mix up a batch of craziness.
Yeah.
This is the batch we're looking for.
Yeah, a little bit of flour in there, a little butter, and then it looks like Wright now catching up to Thompson. He's 3.8 seconds down, and Thompson 8 seconds down from Tim Tremblay. So if Wright can catch Thompson here, he's got a bit more work to do to get to the next KTM of Tim Tremblay.
So lap right there, Welton, then Wright, then Medaglia, then Moffenbauer, then Pettis, then Tremblay, then Thompson as the fastest lap kind of thing go. So Welton was the fastest rider on track there by a second that last lap. He's got a 2.1 over Moffenbauer.
Yeah, so Pettis looking strong here as he rebounds here. Let's see if he can get this line figured out. Last time having a little bit of an issue. No problem there. As he in behind him, he's got a bit of room. Welton is not too far in front of Pettis. He can mount a charge. He starts piecing together some lines.
Okay, Marshall Welton up front doing damage right there. Moffenbauer now starting to kind of lose a little bit of that rear end. So maybe Moffenbauer just settling in. Maybe it's tired. I don't think it's tired. Moffenbauer's a warrior right there. I think Welton now is just finding his stride, starting to get that flow, bouncing the holes, figuring out what works and making it work here. How about halfway? No, not quite halfway. Maybe another lap or two and we'll get halfway.
Yeah, so over that big, dirty double there. And well,
now, sorry to interrupt you, Kyle. The battle is behind this. Look at this. They're going to come right into the screen. Moffenbauer's right there, and there's Pettis. So now Pettis is starting to close back in on Moffenbauer. This is insane, the amount of swapping. Whoa, Pettis might have just gone off the track just a little bit. I don't think he went down at all. Just a little mistake. And then look at this. Moffenbauer now makes a mistake. The track is eating these guys up right now with mistakes and falters. It is not easy by any means for anybody out here. And these are the best of the best out here, and they are making it happen. And, Wright has made his way by Thompson. And Tremblay and Mcnabb are within striking distance.
Yeah, he's gaining time. He's closing it in.
Wright is closing unbelievably that last lap.
Time to, he's got to be under that 2:10 mark there.
A 2:12 for Marshall Welton, a 2:14 for Moffmeyer, 2:11.3 for Jess Pettis.
A 2:09.
A 2:09.1 for Dylan Wright. The champion is on the move. Pettis running into that lapper. Why is that lapper going in that line? Sorry, lapper, but guys, you got to look back out there. I know it's frustrating.
Look at this.
But look at Pettis is making moves right now. Pettis is pushing hard. Moffenbauer, Pettis, Yamaha, KTM, former teammates trying to go out of balance. Whoa! See that hole that Pettis hit? It looked like he just hit a double in the back of this track.
Yeah, a little supercross double out of the corner there as they come into another set of lappers there. Tommy Delaire getting out of the way there nicely. And into this mechanics section, man.
Look at this, Pettis. Pettis has got the drive.
Surprise attack here from Pettis.
Outside from off, inside for the 15, the 3 versus 15 right now. Pettis has got it for the outlet. Moffenbauer at the inside. Pettis is going to make that pass. Just shoots out of the top of that berm.
Now, if he looks up this anthill, he's going to see the number 2, the Kawasaki. He can rebound here. He still get this win, no problem. The only person I think he needs to be concerned about is the number 1 that just keeps on picking up the pace.
Like you're saying, look in the background. There he is back there again, close in a little bit more. So he's closing in on the top end of this group right now, as well as the guys that are just in front of him in there. We know we got Thompson, so he's in the 6th position. Jim Tremblay was just ahead of him right there, but I love the Warrior-esque ride from factory KTM Red Bull Thor racer Jess Pettis right now. He keeps him saying it himself, the uncertainty, and he's showing Warrior status, has a crash and a mistake, and he's still got the lead within his grasp.
Yeah, he's right there, and he's hunting. He's got some good speed going for him.
The looked like a rip-off on the far side, too, so that crash, a little bit of damage on the bike.
Yeah, standing through that section, very nice there. You see in the background, looks like Wright going through there. He just got by Tremblay.
Wow.
And now Medaglia just up ahead of him right here. You can just catch him in the frame there, going up the inside. So Medaglia sitting in that 4th spot. Now Wright hunting him down.
Dylan Wright is on a mission, ladies and gentlemen, showcasing why he wears the number 1 and the red plate right now.
There.
Wow, carrying more speed than anybody out there. We're going to get lap times. Marshall Welton at 2:11. Dylan Wright a 2:09. So Dylan Wright, but Jess Pettis the fastest on track with a 2:08.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I mean, you can't catch the guy in front of you if you're not going to be faster. So Pettis picking it up, answering the bell there on a Wright's charge here. And I don't know if Pettis is getting any signals that Wright's even a concern right now. But as Wright picks away, and they're just lapping, it looks like Leitzel, and I'm not sure what Leitzel's in.
Leitzel's in.
He dropped back to 13th. So
13th now. So yeah, move back. So they're lapping up into that top 10 here, and halfway board has not even come out yet. So I want to say next lap around we're going to get that halfway board for this Moto.
We could have just missed it.
Maybe
We're 20 minutes into this.
No, we missed it. We know we missed it. That's my fault.
We're too infatuated with what's going on screen here.
Well, Pettis driving the rear end of the berm like this, and he's already gaining on Welton here. We can tell the lap times are way faster. Got 2.8, is probably down to about 1.7 right now. So Jess Pettis is really flowing on that KTM and making a mistake and crashing as well. That sucks the zaps the energy right out of you. Not a problem with this young cat. Probably had a Red Bull mid-moto and making it work.
There you go. And look at Welton still dogging it. It looks like he just slowly but surely gets through those rollers, gets his way over the tabletop, and he doesn't look like he's going fast at all, but he is putting down some heaters here, leading the way again, like we seen yesterday, that one moto format, taking that overall.
Look at that line there. It's just slow right down and cut to the inside of the turn, popping and jumping up over top of these bumps and ruts and holes out here. The track is definitely beating the best of the best out here right now. Pettis is right on the rear end now, Kyle. Pettis right on the backside of the team green. Look at this. Lap traffic in the way. Oh, Philippek pulling in the line.
I should have used that right line around the outside.
There we go. Max Philippek getting another. Whoa, Pettis drifted in right. Oh, they drift right into each other's lines right there. So Philippek sitting in the 11th spot. So one more time over the line. A 2:11 for Pettis, a 2:13. We don't need to tell you that he's faster because he is right there on the number 2.
Moffenbauer's coming by in 3rd. There is Dylan Wright just coming by the stripe now with a 2:09.8. So he is 4 seconds faster than our leader. He is slowly catching up as he got by Mcnabb in that last lap.
4 seconds faster. He's 13 seconds behind Welton right now. He's got a chance at this win in 3 laps, Kyle. In 3 laps with that pace, 3 laps, he's going to be on their tail.
That's an incredible ride out of our champion. Getting that red plate back yesterday with a heroic ride coming from behind again. And he's looking to do it once more, and he's in 4th right now, Galdi.
Look at this.
All points. Oh,
Pettis jumping up on top of the back end. Welton right now. Pettis has got this inside line as Welton go wide. Pettis has been tucking down here. This is where he got Moffenbauer earlier on. No, he's got to follow suit. But Welton playing good defense right now. KTM Red Bull Factory Thor Race and Ride versus the Team Green Pro Circuit Kawasaki Huber Motorsports. 1 and 2, number 2 and 15 on the bikes. And I have to follow suit again, just following the leader right now. See if Pettis switches the lines up. Welton carrying the speed down there. Welton, he's got the roll-off system on there as well.
Yeah, he does.
So, and again, it is just sprinkling, just enough to kind of, you know, make a bit of a bummer on those goggles out there.
Could always be worse, but right now, Welton working his way through this front section here. And yeah, there's a nice little pull the rail roll off as he gets through this Alpine Star Thor section. Man, that inside line has gotten big. These guys are using that, not even touching the outside, and then they go right back to the inside here, the super rough line. Man, that's unreal.
All right, so Welton now actually hits that line a little bit better this lap to make it so he can get a little closer. Ooh, right here in the TV booth, I smell a little clutch.
Yeah, I do.
Bit of clutch smell coming out there. Pettis, Welton right now on their way up to the finish line one more time.
A little better lap there for Welton as he makes his way past the stripe there. Dylan Wright, there he is. He's like within a couple sections of these guys. Let's see Dylan Wright, 209. The leader's 211 for the top 3. Oh, sorry, Dylan Wright, 212. They just updated. My bad.
Yeah, Dylan Wright at 212, so a slower lap that time. Just slower lap for Dylan Wright, so no time gain, a little bit lost actually on that one down.
So as they go work their way through, man,
wow,
stalking his prey.
The holes back there are unbelievable. These guys are like disappearing out of scene. Welton now, he found a pretty decent line around the lapper right there. That might come in handy later on. Pettis, though, this is the line that he's been kind of making work, but Welton taking that same line.
Yeah, they're right tight to those banners.
I have a feeling these guys have already been looking. And then a little mistake again from Pettis there. He keeps pushing, and it looks like the forks for an end are kind of diving on him in some of these sections, Kyle.
Looks like Welton's bike just handling a bit better. He doesn't look like he has to push as hard, and he gets his bike to work a little better. Look at that, just getting a little kick there. Pettis, he's making it work. He's making everything out there work, but it's just maybe taking the rougher line, trying to make that pass. Oh, bad line here. He's lapper. All right,
he did a good job. The lapper right there, kind of holding the middle line. The leaders come by. Here's O'Farrell now. O'Farrell's in 10th, so they've lapped up all the way to 10th right there. So
great job by Liam O'Farrell, though, up in the top 10 here in this nasty track.
The Priority Mechanical KTM, Dialed MX helping him out. And it is the 2 and the 15. And now we look in the background. Moff up over that jump in the background. Dylan Wright still far behind there. So
well, just tipped over.
Wow, we missed that.
Yeah,
look at that. Looking at the scoreboard there, we missed there. So now Welton takes the same page out of Pettis, goes down, tips over, and now Pettis back to the lead. Does nobody want to win here today?
I don't think so.
Nobody wants to win here today.
We've seen that with Mcnabb early. Now Welton going down there. Sorry, we missed that. Just looking at the leaderboard, seeing where Dylan Wright was, how far he had to climb.
Okay, so now Jess Pettis back in control, and this
here's that replay. Here we can see it.
Oh, here we go. Replay here. So Welton stuffing it. Oh, all by himself. Just lost the front end. Now we were just talking about that line there just a lot before. So Welton making that mistake, and you know the heart rate's going to be pumping now. So can Sean Moffenbauer and Dylan Wright take advantage of that?
So Dylan Wright fastest in the top 4 here. He's a 2:11, 2:13 for our leader Jess Pettis, and he might be running out of time and getting close to the end, Galdi.
Dylan Wright's within 10 seconds now. 10 seconds of our lead pack, of our lead of the race here. But Pettis now got a little bit of a cushion. 12 laps in, probably about a 16 lap moto, I'm thinking. 15 lap moto, so maybe 3 to go next time around. We'll take a lap again or that. But the KTM Factory Red Bull ride, no problem there. But now on screen we found him. Honda Canada GDR Fox. Dylan Wright, our champion and red plate holder, and just ahead you saw Moffenbauer there on the last lap around. It was about a 5-second gap. It looks to be about the same. Is this as high as Dylan Wright can get? Can he get any higher today?
I think he can get Moff. I think 3 seconds last lap. He's only 5 seconds down. He's going to be about I want to say 4 laps to go, and Moff's just in front of him. Moff's got his goggles off as well.
Yeah, it looks like Moffenbeyer's lost the goggles. And look at this, Welton in front
right
of him.
there.
That does not speak
look
good,
at
though.
duck his
Yeah,
head.
ducked his head. I was going to say that does not speak good for Moff. He's going to try to push to make a pass. Maybe make mistakes as you can't see.
Dylan's got 2 guys right here.
Dylan Wright is lurking in the background. The champion has got the number 2 and the number 3 in his sights.
Yeah, and that's what he needs. He needs to make this pass and keep it tight with Jess Pettis. He would lose 3 points. That would just put him 2 points behind the lead.
All right, up over here's where Marshall Welton went down in the last lap. Pettis now starting to stretch that lead out over the rest of the pack here. Oh, yeah, Dylan Wright is right there. Dylan Wright is right there.
Yeah.
Moffenbeyer, no goggles.
That's a scary sight there, Galt. He's seeing the red plate behind you, and especially Moff, no goggles. He's going to try to pass Marshall Welton. He's in a horrible spot right now.
So
he's got to try to find the line.
Still, I'd say about 3 laps to go here, Kyle. Maybe 3 laps to go.
Look at this. Look at this line. He's
that
been
line.
working. Wow. Hello.
Goodbye. Hello and goodbye. Dylan Wright into a podium position after sitting in 20th after lap 1.
I've seen only him taking that line. These guys are so infatuated with that inside, and they just don't look outside the box. And that outside, he's going to probably pass Marshall there next lap.
Well, one sort of bonus that I guess Wright had.
209.
Right. Oh, wow. He's dropping 209s again out there.
Yeah.
So one thing I see that, Josh Wright. Whoa! Dylan Wright goes down.
No.
All that work for nothing now. Dylan Wright falls down, tips over, loses a ton of time. Sean Moffenbeyer back in. All that thing. And look at this. The goggles are off. The goggles are off. Dylan Wright has no goggles now either. So many mistakes, and that's what it's all about out here. Limiting the mistakes. Dylan Wright riding the race of his life, and then coming in, makes that mistake right there and loses it. Here's the replay, Kyle.
Yeah, this has cost a lot of people ground here, and just the hooks at front end and just an awkward crash. Moffenbeyer able to squeak by that inside, little gift for him with no goggles. And
you think he said thank you?
I don't think he said anything.
I don't know if he said thank you.
He said a word.
Just maybe a woo going by. Do you think these guys, are they having fun riding like this with the track?
I don't think Moff's
having
fun right now with no goggles. I really don't.
It's
but
so
he's got to be
gnarly.
excited being up in third. He's in a couple bike lengths of second place. He could mount a charge. It's just maybe he learned that line from Dylan Wright. If he finds that line, he gets around Marshall on the outside before the finish. That could be the game changer.
Come right down to that last lap even on that line. And we're going to see what Dylan Wright is about around once he gets back in lap time wise. So Welton now stretched it out on Moff just a little bit. Moffenbeyer not able to get the big jump right there. So we'll keep an eye on that as far as the lines go and catching up. But now back up to the lead pack. Jess Pettis. Wow, what a moto out of the 15 right here.
He just passed
carrying
Keelan
speed.
Messing, so that's top 8 he's into.
Man, these guys are carrying some speed out there doing it. And I didn't even notice Cole Thompson was able to get by Tim Trombley at some point there. Yeah. So Thompson up in it. And still no 2-lap board count. So 3 laps to go. Got to be 3 laps to go now for Jess Pettis. So Dylan Wright still has that chance.
He might claw back in. We know we've seen in the past with Dylan Wright able to make some moves and catch right back up there. And this got to just give him the motivation he needed and to chase down our leaders there. Pettis making his way through that spot where Dylan Wright had his incident a lap ago.
Wow, Pettis, so look, it's so smooth, so comfortable. Even has a crash, that huge mistake after the mechanics area, and still on that factory KTM Red Bull full ride, looking as sharp as ever at about the 27-minute mark here.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's gonna get
you got the clock, actually. Where are we at?
Yeah, we're just past that 30. They must have just beat the clock.
They must have just, So this is going to be about a 35, 36-minute moto here for these guys.
Yeah.
This is a long race, and I never actually asked it, but you got a chance to see some of the guys earlier today. Are any of these guys running that bigger tank out here? We've seen guys run out of gas a lot of times here at Gopher News.
I think, a little mistake there, Pettis, but I think it's just all the regular tank. I think a lot of these guys in the factory team just have a bigger tank in general, but it's just a little bit. It's not a T-Dags Enduro, a big GNCC tank.
Right.
It's just more of a factory mod.
And what also we're seeing too with the track being is they're not carrying a lot of speed and they're not revving the bike quite as much either, so they won't be drinking as much fuel. And look at this.
Again.
Wow, Dylan Wright surging, finding another inner heroic effort here. Around the outside, is he going to make the pass here? No, not going to make a stick here.
Both these guys no goggles.
Okay, so does Sean Moffenbeyer smart enough to take that outside line before the finish? Does Dylan Wright get him even before that?
This is going to be interesting. I would say that Moffenbauer is going to take inside, protect it. I don't know if he's learned from his mistake because it was happened so, whoa.
Wow, neither rider able to get over that big obstacle. Lap traffic all over the place right here. Dylan Wright choosing the inside line, losing a little bit of time. Moffenbauer around the outside, getting by Jay Burke.
Great line. There's his teammate just ahead of him.
Here comes that line, Kyle, the one you've been talking about. Can he make it work around the outside one more time? Moffenbauer lapping his teammate. That is 8th place right there.
Here it is right here, folks. See if he goes for it.
Moffenbauer once again going back to the inside. He's going to lose it again here, Kyle.
He's not getting the drive that Wright's getting. Wright staying out of that roost, too.
Wow, over jumping, landing on a hole, and making it work right there. Dylan Wright back up into the podium, 3rd spot one more time for our reigning champion and red plate holder.
Yeah, so he's only 1.9 behind Marshall Welton, and he's going to try to make a move. Look, he's already caught up, but like I said, no goggles. He's going to have to use that same line, and the 2 board, like you said, is out. So he's got a couple more shots at that line and to get around.
And what I was saying about the line earlier, I never got to finish it there, was the fact that Dylan had to find stuff because he came from so far back. So he's seen that line, 20 minutes ago in this race and been able to make it happen.
He's been working that. He's never switched from that line when we were watching him. He was working it the whole time. It's so smooth and just an energy saver. There's not many spots out here that they're going to save energy, and that's one of them.
Dylan Wright, Honda Canada, DDR Fox right now looking to make a pass into 2nd spot here in Moto number 1 and started in 20th. Having one of the most heroic rides of his career. Look at this guy right on the outside right now. No goggles on, like a la rider Mcnabb, a la Sean Moffenbauer, and still making passes. Welton bouncing around, Wright bouncing around. Who's got the line of choice coming in here?
All right, right around that outside there. Nice line, staying out of the roost. And again, here, he's going to get the drive. No, Marshall just kind of just getting that edge up there, that anthill.
This outside line, though, Dylan Wright's been making it work here as well. If I'm Dylan Wright, I'm just waiting. Right, wait for that spot. He knows it works. Try not to eat too much sand in here. Make the pass. 2 lap borders out, Kyle. The 2 lap borders out.
Stay out of the roost, and he's already made 2 passes that we've seen on Moffenbauer twice.
This will be the last lap coming on. Whoa, little stab there. Welton able to get it. Dylan Wright, wow, really stretching out that Honda there. The boys are yanking on the 450 power to get over that obstacle.
Yeah, white flag coming out here shortly as Pettis just makes his way to the finish line area. He's just 1 section ahead of these guys.
Okay, but this is it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're on the edge of your seat, this is all you're going to need right now. Is he close enough, Kyle?
Yes.
He is close enough to make the pass. A rider in the line, no. A lap traffic. Does he make the pass right here? Is this where it's going to happen, or is it going to come down to the last lap? Welton, not the drive. Wright makes it work. Scrubbing. Welton chops the line. No, Dylan Wright on the inside. He's got the pass. And he makes the stop. Whoa! Welton down hard, right behind us.
Hard. He's all right, though.
He's back up, though. He is back up. Moffenbauer going to slide by for that 3rd position.
Wow.
Dylan Wright, I do not believe any dirtiness at all on that one. That was crazy. I don't think Welton actually knew he was quite there. The lines crossed.
Welton's back going there.
He's back up, so he's going to hang on to at least 4th spot.
Yeah, 4th spot.
Wow. Here's the replay right there. Dylan Wright making an aggressive pass, but definitely not a takeout or
good job by that rider Heacock there getting out of the way. But here is our
What a moto for Dylan Wright. What a pass at the end. Welton getting the short end of the stick, but still looks like he'll probably sitting in that 4th position out there. So still salvaging some great points.
Yeah, not bad at all. He's what a warrior out there. Bunch of crashes here. We had Pettis go down leading, came back, took over the lead. Wright going down when he made some passes. And now Marshall Welton tagging bars there with our champion.
I like a good clock again. We said that loud. I like a good clock. 28 to 20.
We're just telling these people don't go anywhere.
Yeah, that's what it means. Yeah.
Pettis is winning.
You got a minute and a half to Pettis, then about 5 minutes to podium, then about 20 minutes of the 250 moto.
There you go.
Make a nice sandwich.
I like that you made plans for everybody at home.
Well, I just, maybe now it's time. You plan it out here, you go maybe visit the bathroom break, get yourself a sandwich, check out the Google if you're looking maybe something shop online somewhere. How about rotoshimmy.com? Get yourself maybe a pair of goggles. You can see how important goggles are here.
This guy's going to need a shroud after his crash early on, so the Red Bull KTM rider making it work after incident early, taking it away.
Last turn, here we go. Jess Pettis going to grab another moto victory here on that 450 factory KTM Red Bull 4 race and ride. A crash, a mistake, and now a W in the books. This will be his 2nd moto win of the year. Jess Pettis going to grab the victory here early on. Wow, the KTM Factory Red Bull ride right there doing a great job bringing home the victory for the team. But I gotta say, the man of the hour is the man on screen right now coming in, Honda Canada GDR Fox, all the way from 20th on the first lap, has a crash, and still gonna grab that second spot. A great ride and a great champion save for Dylan Wright. Woo, it is time. Let's take a little break, Kyle. I gotta rest after that one. Kind of gets a little dull, and then it gets action-packed. That's what we do for you at home, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. The 250 Moto coming up, and of course, we talk to the 450 Warriors here when we return.
And welcome back to Triple Crown Series live on Fox Sports and Flow Racing app. We just seen two unreal motos. The sun is coming out, people. The sun is coming out. And wow, what a race there. Dylan Wright having an incident early on, making a crash in the first corner all the way up to second spot with a crash later on, too. What a battle. Well, having a little crash there. He's dropped out of that podium spot. And we're going to send it over to Goldie.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. Down here on the podium here for the 450 Moto #1. And we're going to start talking to the top three. And all three of them are like, what happened to the two-lap board on that one right there? They thought they might have went over. But I'll bring in the Red Bull Factory Thor KTM race and Jess Pettis. I just alluded to the timing right there. You guys literally crossed at about 29:50, 51. And that turned into almost a 36, 37-minute moto. It was like salvage out there. But I'm so impressed. You crash, a big mistake after the mechanics area, but you just never gave up and bring home a win.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. Obviously had a few big mistakes. I stalled it second lap, and I was just praying the bike was going to start. And then, yeah, about midway through the moto, I ejected off the bike, did like a huge backflip, and if we're going for freestyle, I definitely won that too. But no, I remounted. Made a little charge at the end, made a few mistakes, but yeah, grabbed the dub, and yeah, we'll remount. My fitness is great. Didn't even like really get tired out there. Just yeah, mentally, like you said, that's a long moto, a long time on that rough track. So we'll recover and get ready for Moto 2.
Did you find any fun? Was there something fun out there, like hopping holes? We saw some couple times. You're bouncing things, get the wheel up. I always used to tell kids, find the fun when it's like that.
Absolutely not. No, there's not a lot of fun. It's more a war out there. But yeah, no, we made it happen, and you know, it's almost like some kind of GNCC race, really. So you got to be smart and smooth and keep the wheels on the ground. So we'll try and clean that up for the next moto, and yeah, it should be good.
Red plate swap again, but we don't really can do it between motos. Congratulations, Jess Pettis. We'll see him again, 450 Moto 2. I'll bring in here, third spot in that moto there, MX 101 FXR AMP construction rider, Sean Moffenbauer. Come on right over here, Sean. Move along. What a great ride out there, Sean. Lose the goggles, laying down, crashing, sand everywhere. But this has never been your forte, but yet one of the hardest working guys. It's got to feel good now to get up there, because it's never that speed thing. You just sort of got that starts and stuff, and you didn't actually get the start really, but you battled the whole time.
Yeah, we've been working hard. Diggs definitely challenged us today with the rough track, and like you said, I'm a hard pack guy, and so it's kind of been weird. I'm doing better at Gopher than I do at Walton right now, but just stoked. We made some changes to the bike, and honestly, we got a pretty stock platform, and the Yamaha is providing us everything we need, and just pumped on the team right now. We're all gelling. Scott Donk, my mechanic, Kevin, Alan, everybody's working really well together. Joe's got our suspension working good, and we're stoked.
Let's talk about the second moto. Do you make any changes, or are you just like, you know what, boys, it ain't going to get any better out there. It's only going to get worse, and you just stick with what you got?
I got a comfy setting right now. I know I can run a certain speed, and I'm happy, so we're going to leave it.
All right, Sean Moffenbauer, third place in Moto #1. We'll let him get back and get ready. We're going to bring in #1, our champion, second spot in their Honda Canada GDR Fox, Dylan Wright, 20th place on the first lap. Actually, I was like, what happened out there? We missed you on the start.
Oh, dang. Yeah, not a good start, dude. I went down there, got caught under another guy's bike on the start, so I was dead last, just waiting for the bike to get pulled off me. So once we got it going, I knew I had my moto cut out for me. I know the points are tight at the top, so I was like, I got to try my best to get, salvage points on our bad days, and that's what I did. I just put my head down. I knew track was gnarly, and some guys were going to get tired, so I kind of settled into a good pace and just was able to charge to the end there, and then tipped over the couple laps to go, threw the goggles, and then I just kind of was like, all right, time to be a man out here and eat some roost, and got Sean and Marshall back, and happy with that. Obviously, we want to win every moto, but you know, that's not the case in moto. So just salvaged what was a bad moto for me, and hopefully go out and ride like that and take the win in the next moto.
We're going to talk quickly about that one line that you had, the outside coming up to the finish line section. Is that something you found from coming back from 20th? Because every other racer at the front was going insides, but you had to search all moto long, and then it made it work at the end.
Yeah, for sure. You find stuff when you're, you know, when you're three wide out there, and you don't want to follow because I mean it's raining, it's gnarly. So it's actually a line that I found at the start, and I was like, I don't know if it's faster until I kind of caught up to some faster guys, and I was like, I can make this shit work, you know. So I just kind of hammered the outside, and it worked. Both passes. Actually, I passed a bunch of guys there, so. Line that I have in my back pocket, but I'm sure these guys are going to start picking up on it.
We're live on TV. They can watch it. So anyway, Dylan Wright, great job. We'll see him there. 450 Moto 2. We'll let him get back to the pits. Amazing moto from Dylan Wright. Jess Pettis, now your red point leader. We swapped the plates again here coming into moto number 2. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We got 2 more motos coming out here. The Triple Crown Series Gopher Dunes. It's a little bit drizzle, but it's a heck of a lot rough.
Decent bounce back to get around Piccolo and put himself in a decent spot to gain
that's
points.
not why Team Green hired
Oh,
Darren
I know.
Right?
I'm trying to help the kid.
Yeah. Friends with everybody out here. Hey, friends with everybody. Kyle, everybody, you know. But like they hire him to win, and it's just not. He did win that one moto in the 3 moto format over there at Walton Raceway, but we're expecting more out of Darian Sinai. So maybe it's this moto here. We've been saying we expected more out of Canella. We got to see it last moto, so let's see if the 157, we got to know him a little better. Let's see if we can get to know him up on the podium. But look at this, the teammates side by side here, 84 and 18, Honda Canada GDR Fox. And it's been both of these guys 1 and 2s at the start, so we're going to see if they can make it happen again.
Those gates are high right there. Holy.
Okay.
Big old gates there.
Yeah, they are. They're straight up and down right there. So the boys are getting ready. The 30 board is getting ready to twist to the side. You keep an eye on their heads. When their heads drop, we're getting ready to go racing. Rotostreaming.com. Gate is down. Who's going to get the shot? Mcnabb gets a jump on his teammate Tanner Ward. Wow. Piccolo. He's got the cousin in the gate this week. Around the outside, Husqvarna Piccolo. No problem. Sky Racing, KTM, Fox Canada, Rotostreaming.com. holeshot to Jacob Piccolo. Sinai in second spot. Mcnabb in third. No, that's not third. Oh, Julia Bennett again. Bennett. Look at that. Bennett gets by Sinai already, Kyle.
Man, this kid is just unreal so far on
and
the start.
The best start for Canella this year. 4th place for Canella.
That's good because he's got both. Oh, a little sketchy moment there for Piccolo, but this is good for Canella. Putting himself in front of those 2 Hondas, exactly where he needs to be to gain some points.
Tanner Ward back about 13th, it looks like.
Mcnabb a little bit further back.
McNabb behind that even. So the Honda Canada GDR Fox boys got their work cut out for him this moto. We've seen McNabb do damage with the starts there at Walton in the second moto after he won the first one. So we'll see what he can happen here. But Piccolo right now, the explosive speed that this kid has, I expect to see a distance from the front of the pack. But the question will be, can he hang on to it?
Yeah, exactly. It's looking going right away. Sinai put himself in a great spot as he got around Julian Bennett. Nice smooth pace there for these guys early on. Let's see if Canella can make some early moves, get out front, and just really set the tone. Wow, look at that. Piccolo. Nice pace early.
Yeah, Piccolo already making it happen.
Yeah, so Sinai working his way. Look how rough this track has gotten since these guys first hit the track this morning. You see Ward coming by there. Nice pass here. The MX 101 Carlson backs at Yamaha FXR ride of Marco Canella, your first motor winner. Now jumping up. Oh, Bennett. That's a tight inside. As they work their way back to the back section here, the Yamaha sweeper, you see Piccolo in the background already pulling out a lead. And there's a great start. I want to say that's teammates of the MX 101 squad, and that's Powell there. Powell's up there in a good spot early on here, Galdi. So Jamie Powell, one of the better starts here. So MX 101. Oh no!
Whoa! Marco Canella getting it all wrong. He's up. He's okay though. Wow, what a get off for Canella right there. Look at all the spots, Kyle. This is what you never want to see. Early on in the moto, so many riders are able to get by. Look at that though. There's Mcnabb right there. So he's still leading the way. Piccolo, check it out. Sinai hanging on to that second spot. We'll probably be able to get a replay from back in the shop down in Brighton, Ontario about that one. But man, Canella getting it all wrong right now. Here it is, the replay. FXR MX 101 AM Construction just loses that front end, and that's it. That's all it took right there, Kyle. Just a little slip and the bike just
It's
gets
harder dirt right there. It's a little bit of a clay mixed with sand. It's not the loose stuff that we're used to where Julian's riding right now, and that just cost him valuable time here. And he's back going. He's in behind Mcnabb. I want to say, where's Mcnabb sitting? Around top 10, so maybe Canella in that 11 to
13th
12.
on our timing and scoring, actually. 13th, so he's got some work to do. Tanner Ward, and it was funny, McNabb got the jump on Ward out of the gate there, so I'm not too sure what happened to McNabb in the first couple turns, but it did not work out for our current points leader. We'll keep an eye on that trail, on the position that he's going. But this kid here, like I called it, this kid has got blazing speed, and he's destroying the field right now.
He's put himself in a great position early on. He's about 20 seconds from his main competition. Even if he fades a bit, that 20 seconds, they're going to gain all that ground. So this is a great spot for our leader here, Jacob Piccolo, the BC rider.
5.3
wow.
ahead right now, so
Over
5.3.
And then Bennett back a little bit further, 4 seconds. Tanner Ward up into fourth as we watch Canella drop down. Powell up in the fifth spot. Great start there. McNabb in 9th. Elmore, Canella in 11th.
Canella up in 11, so he's got the work cut out for him right now. So Piccolo starting to pull away as it stands right now. We are early on here in Moto number 2. Once again, thanks for joining us at home. Fox Sports Racing Live. Below Racing app, you're watching the young hot shot for British Columbia. Jacob Piccolo on the Sky Racing KTM Fox Canada back. And what I'm liking, we talked about this in the last round about the Sky Racing team. They used to get mad at the other teams hiring Americans, and then Al Dickey hired Americans to get on a team. Now he's got all the Canadians, and it's working out. Wardy, he saves it there. Al Dick hires all the Canadian kids, the youngest ones, and they're doing amazing.
That's it, Al. You just had to stick with the home soil there, buddy.
Okay, so Tanner Ward, Honda Canada, GDR Fox 84, right there sitting in that fourth position. Now, you got to think that he's going to be able to get Bennett. Give him a 3-3 on the day. Great points in that championship. We got to really keep an eye on McNabb as he's up to 9th place now in this moto. So we'll find the 18 as he keeps making that progression.
I feel like this is the first time we haven't seen Ward and McNabb up there off the start. They've put themselves in great position. This is the first bad start, and it's for both of them. McNabb sitting in 9th, Tanner sitting in 4th. They got the work cut out for him. And Bennett, I'm so impressed with this young rookie. Last year, rode a bit of the rounds there as an intermediate rider. Now full-blown pro out of BC. And
wow, the boys just right layering that out. There's no lift on the takeoff on that jump. They're still going for it in the 250 class, just banging, slamming the bike into the landing right there. But so impressed with Julian Bennett, another Sky Racing. Sky Racing sitting 1st and 3rd at the moment right now. And if you're team manager Al Dick, you got to be proud of your kids, right? These are just young kids out there. And
Piccolo, Bennett, and Elmore all in that top 10.
Sliding out a little bit right there. So as you're saying, Kyle, the tacky, oh, look at this battle. Quinn Amy on Gainer right now. So Amy on the inside, is he going to be able to make it stick? And last lap around, actually Amy was again, so it's actually Gainer kind of making the pass and moving up right now.
Yeah, Gainer getting some good experience here, getting better and better as he goes through this 250 debut.
Troy Lee Design, Steve Sims Racing, backing up Sam Gainer. Woo, Quinn Amiot getting a little saucy right there. So
McNabb up to 6th.
He's actually just behind this battle, no, just ahead of this battle that we're sitting on screen.
I don't see Canella. Yeah, is Canella not come by yet? No. There he is now. He must have fell again there with that 2:28 lap time. Another crash for Marco Canella, our first moto winner. So as it sits right now with Piccolo with a 5-1, Sinai with the 4-2.
That's 5-1, that's 25, and 16, that's 41.
Now Ward into that third spot there.
Look at that, Ward, now he's up to 3-3, that's 40, 20-20, that's 40. And Sinai with a 4-2, that is 22 and 18, so that's a 40. So right now, it would be Piccolo, Ward, Sinai as our overall. Or sorry, Piccolo, Sinai, Ward.
Yes,
Piccolo, Sinai, Ward.
Right there, Sinai just in front of Ward. You got to think, Ward with that good first moto, he's going to be able to catch Sinai. He's got the confidence going for him.
And if he makes the pass, a 3-2 beats a 5-1 by 1 point. A 3-2 is 42 points.
This kid just doesn't, you know what I mean? He just keeps surprising us with his overall finishes here. He won with a 4-1.
Oh, and look at that. Sinai was unable to get that jump, so he's closed right in.
Closing in.
He's got the blood in the water. The teeth are biting in on the rear wheel of the Team Green Kawasaki Pro Circuit Tour rider, Darian Sinai. And right there, that pass being made, obviously it is still early on. We were only on lap 4 as the boys are about to hit the finish line. Piccolo was 9 seconds. So Piccolo with, whoa, Tanner Ward got his dancing shoes on right there. He's wiggling left and right.
So if things trend in the same direction as last moto, we've seen Sinai drop back. Great start, drop back. Ward accelerated to the front. Piccolo even dropped back here. So Ward isn't out of the woods. He could make a nice charge here and get maybe a moto win.
Oh, it's wild. Look at this. Look at the drive Ward's got right now. Is he already going to make this pass stick early on?
There it is.
You better believe it. There it is.
That is an impressive, a nice little scrub there over that tabletop. The Diggs out there getting those bases through him, taking the ruts out. So these guys early on are able to scrub it. As the moto gets on, it gets ruddy. It gets a little more challenging to maneuver the bike through these tabletops. But Tanner Ward has now taken control of this overall, sitting at a 3-2.
All right, now we got to keep on Mcnabb. Wait, he's up at 5th now. So Mcnabb still has a chance. Now, Canella with a 110, that is 25 and 11. So that's a 36. So he's got to make about 3 or 4 more passes before he can get himself into that podium top.
Yeah, so I believe a 4-1 or 1-4 for Canella is where his mark lands. Seeing that Jacob Piccolo's got a nice lead here. And on screen right now,
on screen looking at Mcnabb, he's currently sitting in that 5th position with a 2.5. That's a 22 and 16. That's 38 points. So he would be just off the podium with this spot right now. And even if he makes a pass on Bennett, he would have to get Sinai or Ward to steal a podium spot as they sit at the moment. Actually, if you look at Sinai now, Sinai moving back to 3rd. We have an hour timing and scoring move up. Sinai back into 3rd. That would be a 4-3. That actually would give the bump to Mcnabb, sorry for throwing over. I
love when your brain gets ready. This is my favorite part of the show. I wait for this. As soon as the second moto. That's why yesterday was so key for you. One moto, we just know.
It's simple.
The Galdi math comes out. I love it here. Bennett getting it all wrong there.
Bennett, this is going to open the door. Up, look at this. And now Canella getting to Elmore. That's for 9th right there. So Canella, he's making moves. And he's got 4, 6, 8, maybe about 15 seconds just up to top 5.
Might have another comeback ride in him as we're 10 minutes in. We're getting to that halfway point here very soon. And Canella working his way. And here is the man of the hour, the man of the moto, Jacob Piccolo. This kid is rejuvenated after that first moto. He faded a bit there as it gets by a lapper. Looks like Hartman down there in the corner.
All right, the boys are clicking by there. Mcnabb, we're going to get a shot at him here shortly. Coming by the stripes right behind us, but Jacob Piccolo, Sky Racing, Fox Canada backing up this young kid, and this kid is showing such good consistency, such good poise.
I haven't looked at the board yet, but it's like 18 seconds. I didn't realize.
Wow, he has checked out this moto. Okay. Unfortunately, though, the way that it sits is wouldn't give him the overall. Tanner Ward is putting in that warrior ride.
Yeah.
The 3-2 takes an overall here today. So we'll have to keep an eye on how that got.
Mcnabb working his way through the back section.
And Bennett is still, okay, he's got a lot of room to make up on Julian Bennett right there.
A lot faster that last lap, though, 2:12 to a 2:19.
Yeah,
so he's 7 seconds, but that's one lap.
2.5 is 22 and 5 is 16. That's 38. If he gets Bennett, that bumps it to 40. Where Sinai right now is sitting on a 5 and a 4.3. That's 38. So actually, if Mcnabb is able to get past Bennett, that would give him 3rd overall for the day. But we got to also keep an eye still on Canella now up to a 1.9. He's 25. He's at 37 points, sitting on a 1.9.
Yeah.
So another few passes, but every pass Canella makes is only 1 point right now. Every pass McNabb pays is 2 points.
There you go. So Mcnabb working his way up to the leaderboard, sitting in that 5th spot, looking to track down his buddy Julian Bennett. The 2 young rookies here find themselves 4-5 here early on, just about that halfway point. But you got to think, Tanner Ward, he wants that red plate back. He's put himself in a great spot. Canella, just when you think he's going to work his way out of this points deficit, make up some ground, he puts himself on the ground. He's going to fight his way back. And there's a great shot of Piccolo, lead the way. A solid 20 seconds probably now lead over Tanner Ward.
He is absolutely destroying the field. We saw what Ryder did on Saturday morning. And now we're seeing a very similar effort out of Jacob Piccolo on that Sky Racing KTM. And man, it is super impressive to see what it is. And you're right, Kyle. Look at that lap time right there.
Yeah, exactly right.
20.8.
Yeah. Impressive. Sinai sitting in a great spot here in the third. Let's see where Canella comes by. He was just on that. We're going to have to try to catch tabs on Canella. He's right on Gainer and his teammate there, Powell, so maybe get a Canella cam on there.
I would say he's already got by Gainer. Yes, he has. He's on Powell now, so that looks like it might put him up into 7th. I don't see Quinn Amiot. Oh, no, there's Amiot now just crossing behind us right now. There it is. There's the battle right now.
There's his teammate.
So Amiot is 6th, Powell, and now Canella up to 8th position. So now he's sitting on 38 points.
He gets by Quinn Amiot. He's not too far behind him, but Ryder Mcnabb 15 seconds in front of Canella and running a quicker lap time at this point. So Canella, he's dug himself another hole, Galdi.
I think that his plateau is 6th position in this race as far as how far he can make it up. So a 25 plus 15, that gives him 40 on the day with a 1.6. So Piccolo thing and that. Oh man, these points are killing me. They're killing me. They're killing me, McFly. Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls.
There we go. There's a pass on his teammate, Powell. What a great ride out of Jamie Powell here.
Yes.
Another, I want to say he's in his sophomore year. He was a rookie last year. And he's working his way through his tough.
Having a great job. Did a good look at earning that number 24, and that shows how good his year was. So awesome to see out there. And just ahead is Amy out there. So Canella, his plateau of how far he might make it ahead here, I believe is going to be the Quinn Amiot train, unless we lose something up into the front of our other races right now. But Piccolo, Ward, Sinai, Bennett, Mcnabb, your top 5. Amiot, Powell, Canella, Elmore. Well, actually, we saw Canella get by Powell. My fault. So Canella, then Powell, then Elmore, and Gainer, your top 10. Davey Frazier, Guillaume St. Cyr, William Creighton, Tyler Schuchuk, Wyatt Kerr, Eric Jeffries, Bryce Wads. We got a rider right here. Looks like he's having a transponder issue, maybe sitting in that 15th spot. And then the rest of the boys funneling through. And that's Tanner Ward right now, certainly in 2nd spot, and currently sitting on the overall for the day with a 3-2 on the day, giving him 42 points as it stands at the moment, Kyle.
Yeah, those bumps, look at him come out of that corner. You just get bounced right out of the scene there. Tanner
Halfway
Ward,
board came out last lap. Halfway board came out last lap.
Yeah, so these guys past the halfway already. And Tanner Ward sitting a solid 23 seconds behind our leader, but that's all he needs. He needs the 2nd spot to take the overall. There's not too many spoilers in here unless Canella can mount an unbelievable charge.
And you know, it's so insane to think. Every moto so far, there's been no 1-1, 2-2, 3. Ward looks like, everything happened, Wiggs over there overall. He only gains 3 points. He was 1 point behind, then it's only a 2-point lead in this championship, Kyle. Like, the swapping around is amazing, red plate stuff, but the way that the points and the motors are working out, nobody is a clear-cut favorite right now.
Yeah, wow, what a line there. Piccolo just getting by that yellow marker and able to get this. This kid is just riding the wheels off this. And this is what I was talking about before the show there. His Instagram, this is the kind of footage we'd see, him bouncing around this rough sand track, just getting that flow, jersey a little untucked, and just wheel up. Impressive riding here.
You got to think right here, this rider probably going to get scooped up next year from another squad. Maybe Factory KTM has a 250 ride. Yeah. Maybe the Cowie team looking at replacing Darian Sinai.
Oh, a little knack-knack there. Whoa. He caught his footing on the inside windrow and threw a little knack-knack for the crowd. As he makes another lap by, 2:10 lap time. This kid is flying out here.
We've coined a new word here in the booth. Our friend Filthy Phil Nicoletti watching this race. Pick a flow.
I like it.
Pick a flow. I don't know if you look too flowy with the knack-knack move, but yeah, he is flowing right now. 23 seconds last lap. We're still waiting for Tanner Ward to come by out here, and here comes Ward in the back half. We're cheating here.
Here's this knack-knack for you.
Here it is.
Whoa!
I don't know what he hit. He actually hit the windrow after the fact, it looked like right there. So a 24-second lead for young Jacob Piccolo right now as we go back to the number 46. And I believe he's made his way by Quinn Amiot out there as well.
Yes, he has. There's Amiot right behind him coming up those rollers.
So 1-6 sitting on a 40-point lead. Tanner Ward right now currently sitting on 3-2. That would give him 42. Jacob Piccolo a 5-1. That would give him 41. Ryder Mcnabb sitting on a 2-5. That gives him 38. Canella with a 1.6 finishes third overall. Because Darian Sinai is a 3.4. That is 20 and 18. That's a 38.
Jeez.
Craziness. How do we think
These
this
guys
is
like
going
to keep us guessing, like to keep Galdi on his math. Carry the 2, buddy. Carry the 2.
Carry the 2.
Piccolo just getting dialed in here. Interesting line right here. Last lap. Tucks right up by these yellow markers. I like that. He finds every smooth line there. Perfect
He's like
flow.
right from the left over to the right out there. Still able to get that double. The motors in that bike right there looking so good for the Sky Race and Ride. It's the same guys that did the motors out of Calgary last year. Surratt's obviously with a great start. So now I'm drawing a blank of the name of it. And a great motor job package that they're here for. The young rider, there's on screen, Piccolo, Ward, Sinai, Bennett, Mcnabb, Amiot, Canella. Canella has moved past Amiot on their ride. So, and Canella, he has hit his plateau right now. He is 26 seconds and 24 seconds by Mcnabb. Mcnabb starting to creep ahead. If he gets Bennett, he'll get that third overall. Because he would tie with points with
you got to think
Canella.
Bennett doesn't have, I mean, they're both rookies, but you think that Mcnabb had some better experience being up front, doing the late motos, finishing off motos. So watch that battle, the 2 young rookies, Bennett and Mcnabb here, because that's a huge point swing.
Was this anything here? No,
There it
this
is. Yes, it is. There's Bennett.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
McNabb.
there he is. Look at that. And is that a runner? No, that's Seth Hughes behind there. Whoa, Mcnabb. I guarantee these kids, when this is done, they're like, thank Lord, this is over. Whoa!
Another knack.
Whoa!
He's down.
Everybody's trying to beat Jeremy McGrath out here today. Now, look, he gets going. A lot of time, maybe about 8 seconds or so right there.
Yeah.
So, Canella, a little bit of a window, but definitely McNabb.
Not enough. Not enough there.
Not
for
enough
Canella.
right there.
Quite a distance back here on Mcnabb for that. Here's that. The guys in the replay in the booth, impressive getting that up there that quick. And look at that.
Wow. Almost saved it. Almost saved it right there, pulling it together. Great job by McNabb.
Yeah, Chris Gore back in the studio just dialing us some nice, saucing us some nice
Jet
replays.
with the jet fuel replay drop out there. We like it. Good job with the jet in the back in the studio. He's in his own little booth back there in Bridgeton, Ontario, the home base. But here we are back up. Honda Canada, GDR Fox, Tanner Ward. Right now looking to bring home his third overall here, Kyle.
It's been weird. That's Tanner Ward.
Tanner Ward getting it all. Wow, this could be the overall. We're looking for Darian Sinai to go around. There's Sinai. Sinai, that is the overall now to Piccolo. That is the 2-lap move. So Ward down. Wow, Tanner Ward just threw away the overall and gave it to Jacob Piccolo. Tanner Ward goes down in the heat.
Here shortly. That got the heart rate up for myself. Sinai putting himself in a good spot
so
here.
Now Sinai,
here it is. Watch this.
Replay. Tanner Ward getting it all wrong. Watch that front end. It's going to dive. It's going to lose. Just behind our Triple Crown banners. Wow, the front end dives and bites and spins them off.
Whew, that's a hard hit there as he jumps in. So Julian Bennett now into that third spot there. You can see with that bright green jersey, number 50, the rookie.
Julian Bennett, a 6. That's 15 in the third. Okay, he's still not quite enough.
A podium moto would be nice for the young rookie, though.
Yeah, we got to get him up on some TV stuff out there. Holy jeepers. Okay, so now Tanner Ward back into. Look at this. So Ward is still in there. And Ward's going to make the pass back on Bennett.
Wow.
Tanner Ward not giving up out here. Tanner Ward back into third position. Wow.
He's charging.
What a moto. What a craziness. We talk about how rough, how gnarly it is. Oh, Bennett a mistake in the background right now. So as it stands, a 5-1 for Jacob Piccolo would give him first overall for the day with 41 points. Sitting in that second spot would be Darian Sinai with a 4-2 with 40 points. And third overall would go to Tanner Ward with a 3-3 with 40 points. Canella would be fourth with a 1-6 with 40 points.
Jeez.
Insane. Insane.
That's unreal here. So Tanner Ward remounting here. Still an outside chance of catching. He's got 9 seconds, but we're 22 minutes into this thing. So we got, what's that, 4 laps? 4 laps left.
Still 4 laps to go here. Wow, this moto seems long. These guys are getting it right at the bare knuckle time of this moto. Piccolo, Sinai, Ward, Bennett.
Man, Piccolo, look at his lead. 42 seconds.
Wow.
I keep forgetting to look up there. Obviously, Ward crashing there, that made a big difference, but this is insane. After his first moto, I didn't think he had it in him. He fell back to that 5th spot there, getting passed by Sinai. Maybe he just had an issue with the bike. Yeah,
Big
he
shout out
rebounds.
to a good friend of mine, Adrian Marchand, runs my Twitter sometimes when I'm not able to. He's sitting at home watching us. Paul from LRX, that's the name of the motor company that helps out Scar Racing. Thank you, Adrian, buddy, Marchand. Paul at LRX Performance out of Calgary doing the motors. And right now that motor is sitting on, like you said, a 42.2 second lead. Domination is the name of the word for Jacob Piccolo right now.
Yeah, he is absolutely crushing the field here. I want to see how far he's lapped up to. It looks like Davey Fraser's next on the docket, and he's sitting at 10. Could be wrong there.
So how funny it is to think,
Powell.
talking about how crazy this moto is, first, second, and third of the moto are now your first, second, and third overall.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right? All the nonsense we go through to figure it out, and it just works itself out in the end.
Yeah, there you go, Galdi. All the math you do, all the just the wood burning upstairs, it's just works its way out in the wash here.
Yeah, it's almost a waste, really.
I know. I love hearing it, though.
All my stress, lose a couple more hairs.
Yeah.
I want to get it right. You don't want to screw it up. For this guy right here, podium on the day. This would be Darian Sinai's first podium of the year. He got a win in the moto, but that still ended up getting him that fourth overall after the three-moto format. So Darian Sinai looking to bring home a podium for that Team Green Thor Pro Circuit Kawasaki ride. Looking good out here. Piccolo, Sinai, Ward, Bennett, Mcnabb, your top 5. Canella, Quinn Amiot, Daniel Elmore, Gaynor, and Fraser, top 10. And then it is Powell, Crate,
see how much room
Scaling St. Cyr out there doing a good job.
Over the stripe. He lost a little bit of time there. So he's 10 seconds down. He was 9 the time
46
before.
seconds for Jacob Piccolo. Wow. Wow, Jacob Piccolo. Okay, so now we had Ward looking like he was going to bring 3 homer overalls. Now we've got Ward with 2, McNabb with 1, and we are about maybe 3 laps away from Piccolo bringing it home.
Yeah, so this is, Ward. Again, a little squirrely there, a little look back. He's got room behind him, though, as Bennett slipping back about 6 seconds there that last lap. We're back to McNabb. Look, is that Canella past McNabb?
Whoa.
That is Canella past McNabb.
Canella just passed McNabb. It's going to change again. Marco Canella now up into that 5th position. Jacob Piccolo and McNabb tie for the overall, but it goes to Piccolo. Sinai now going to get bumped back to 3rd position. And wow.
We got the 2 board coming out this
Canella,
lap.
Sinai is our overall at the moment with 2-lap board in the hand.
And we're looking at Julian Bennick's time. He's fading a bit here, Galdi.
20
and Canella's
seconds.
just getting faster. I know he's got a big 20. He's got a 20-second gap, but
he's got 2.5 laps.
If Canella can catch up to Bennett, the young rookie,
that gives him the overall.
Woo. Just when you thought it was easy, buddy.
Man, I tell you, I love it. I love it. Canadian motocross delivered some excitement. Hopefully you are on the edge of the seat at home right now watching this with a bowl of chips, a little bit of dip, chicken wings, whatever it is you're doing. We are serving up some action out here at the Triple Crown Series Gopher News round number 4. Coming at you, the roughest track and the craziest finish here in our 250 class style.
Yeah, this track is absolutely beat. And Canella, after 2 crashes early on, he has found himself in a spot to tie for the overall win. Obviously, he'll get second, being the second moto takes precedence. But Marco Canella, just a warrior ride here. He's battled. He's come through behind.
Yes.
He's going to be looking up the track, trying to find that number 50 Yamaha, because he makes that pass. That is the overall. He's going to get the 2 board this time around, right, Gold? Yeah, 2 board is
2
out.
laps out, 2 laps to go, 2 laps to go. So there we go. 2-lap board is out for a leader who is a scant 48 seconds ahead of second place. Sinai just went through the leaderboard right there. So Darian Sinai, 48 seconds behind. Tanner Ward now waiting for him across. He's going to grab his 2-lap board to go.
So we're kind of waiting for
to think,
There's
Tanner
Piccolo
Ward looks like he may go 3-3 for 4th overall today. Yeah. That's a Phil Nicoletti score. That's a Phil Nicoletti score. We always make fun of him on the Paul Pamek show about stuff like that. It makes us giggle.
So Bennett just coming by the stripe, another 220. He's 7 seconds back from Ward. We're going to see when Canella comes by the stripe there to give an update on that. But Piccolo, and he's coming around to get the white flag soon. These guys are just getting the 2 boards.
Wow, Canella only able to knock 3 seconds off on that one there. So
yeah.
Bennett looking in control. So Piccolo right now in control of his own destiny. A 5-1, delivering a 42-point score, 25 and 16 out there, adding it up. Or sorry, 41-point score, my fault. 41, and then the same thing for Canella with a 1-5 score. 41 points tally. And then Darian Sinai with a 4-2 score, and that would give him 40 for second overall. But Sinai and Ward would actually tie with the second moto score, goes to the better ride out there, and that is Darian Sinai.
There it is, Piccolo, another lap here. He's going to get the white flag here, Galdi, and a nice 48-second lead. Just a nice victory lap for this kid as he's put in an impressive ride. Even had his little issues there, a little knack midway through the moto, but that's got to feel good.
He looks just so casual right now, too, as well. He looks great on the bike. He looks comfortable. He's going to bring home his second moto win of the year, his first overall of his career.
Yeah, who would have thought this, though, after his first moto going back to fifth?
Yeah, like that, I don't know, faded or just couldn't get it together, but definitely didn't have that moto he was looking for. And what a rebound. But again, the start, you get the start, you make things happen. RoyalStrimity.com, whole shot winner, Jacob Piccolo. And now he's looking like he's going to bring home second moto win, like I said, in his first overall of his young career.
Yeah,
and this would be, I believe, the second overall ever for the Aldic Two Trips Racing, Sky Racing team, right, with Marshall Welton many years ago. And Prince George with a 2-2 as well out there. So very cool to see. So that young startup team out there, Aldic, a former champion in his own right, now starting to groom some young kids and showing that the team has got some skill under there. Paul LRX Motors doing a great job. Fox Canada, KTM backing him up. Look at that, hand in the air, hand in the air.
Coming in with the 125, 2 points behind Mcnabb. This gives Piccolo the red plate. Or am I wrong?
Tanner Ward, wait, no, it won't. Tanner
1
Ward,
point difference.
they'll be tied.
We got 2 red plates.
We'll have 2 red plates. Tanner Ward and Jacob Piccolo will be tied because Tanner Ward is about to score 40 points with a 3-3. He's like a 41. Kyle, this is insane.
Oh, we love it here in the booth.
2 red plates. There we go. Wow. I am loving this. This is the best booth moment we're going to. It better stay this way the whole time right now, and I'm throwing in the towel.
Oh, these young kids, they're spicing it up here for us. Look at a tear-off pole. Piccolo, he is 49 seconds out from Darian Sinai, the factory Kawasaki.
Look, his hands in the air. He's so far ahead. So, Jacob Piccolo, Darian Sinai, and Marco Canella as it stands. As long as Canella hangs on to the fifth, will be your top 5 or top 3 overall for the day. Wow.
We're making our art department work hard with these red plate changes.
Wow. Wow.
Whoa,
it's absolutely insane right now. Here we go, the final turn. The young hotshot, 18 years old, out of British Columbia. The number 30 on his bike is going to take the number 1 overall. Sky Racing, KTM Canada, Fox Canada, backing on no-legger, Jacob Piccolo. Grabbing a second moto win. I bet he doesn't even know he's got the overall. Doesn't even know he's got the overall yet. They're going to tell him after. I bet you they don't even know.
And here's Sinai. He's going to have a great ride. And both these guys, a 4-2 for Sinai and a 5-1 for Piccolo. Talk about rebounding after some not so great start here in the first moto.
Unbelievable ride. Okay, so we're just waiting for that Canella. That's the one. He's got to cross there in that 5th position to make sure he hangs on, or it would go to Tanner Ward out there. So we'll keep a little glance before we break. Here comes Sinai. We're waiting a long time.
Yeah.
We are waiting a long time for the rest of these guys.
Thanks to Piccolo, he built up a nice 50-second lead.
A nice 50-second. A nice 50-second lead. Craziness out there. So here comes Team Green. Darian Sinai, Thor, Pro Circuit, Kawasaki going to grab second in the moto. That's going to give him 4-2 overall in the day. Third, though. A 4-2 for third on the day. A great ride. So there's Canella. He's still got to come around. He's got to finish in that 5th position. MX 101, AMP Construction, FXR, Rockstar backing up this young kid. Going to tie
Tanner Ward by the stripe there.
Tanner Ward 3-3. That's going to give him 4th overall for the day with 40 points. We'll still all able to talk to him there.
First time we don't have any of the Hondas up there on the podium.
So Mcnabb, though, now going to lose that red plate after this moto. One more turn. All right, it's time. We got to take a break for a commercial as we see Marco Canella grabbing that 5th in this moto as he crosses the line. That will give him a tie for the overall. So your overall for the day is going to be Jacob Piccolo, Marco Canella, and Darian Sinai. We got to take a break at this turn. We'll be right back and talk to the Podium Warriors. Welcome back live on Fox Sports Racing here. We're going to talk to a brand new winner, the first time overall in his career. Jacob Piccolo is what we're telling you. Come on in there, Jacob Piccolo, Sky Racing, Fox Canada, LRX Motors. Dude, just tell me what's going through your mind right now. And did you even know when you crossed the line that you had the overall?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know I had the overall when I crossed the line, but I just got a hole shot, fat hole shot, and then I just kept on seeing the gap get bigger, and I was just so in the zone. No arm pump that moto. I just felt solid, and I was just in the zone. It didn't even feel like I was trying almost, and I was just putting down consistent laps, and yeah, it was awesome.
So your boy Phil Nicoletti texted us during the show. Your new nickname now is Pick a Flow. That's what it's called right there. You got the whole shot, royalshooting.com. And just like you said, you just kind of rode your own thing. And guess what? Red plate now, tied with Tanner Ward. What a day, Jacob. 5th in the first moto to a red plate at the end of it all. Was that something you could even dream of?
No, it's a crazy thing. Just after that first moto getting 5th, and I just wasn't, gelling with the track too much. I was kind of fighting the bike, and then I just came out here and just dominated. So it's a surprise for me, but I'm stoked.
Well, congratulations, kid. Red plate. We're going to talk to him. We'll let you slide over there. I'm going to bring in 2nd overall in the day with 1-5 moto scores, the same scores as Piccolo with 41 points. FXR MX 101, Marco Canella. Man, you were going there, you had it in your hands, and you had we had a big crash. We got it on television, so you'll be able to see it. And but again, you know what? You showed that warrior status. You didn't give up. You fought in. You tied for the overall. You're going to get 2nd on the day, but you got to feel good about what you had out there today.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I gave it everything I got, so I can be proud of that. But obviously, it's frustrating tying for an overall. But you know what? For him to come out and win that second moto there is impressive, because that's a real man's track. Like, that is gnarly, and it's frustrating though. I finally get off to a pretty good start and just kind of position myself well, and I don't know, it caught me off guard, lost the front, and went down pretty hard. And I was still in an okay position after the first one, but the second one really cost me. That was hard to get going after that. My grips were full of sand, but I don't know, I was looking up, I was looking for Mcnabb, and he was like 20 seconds up, so I don't know, all of a sudden I started closing. It gave me a little bit more boost halfway through the moto just to keep charging forward, but obviously I wish I could have got 4th for the overall, but it is what it is.
Heading into next weekend, their home track, a home team track, not your home track. Like we talked about early on, the confidence right there, it's got to be there. It's like smacking that 9-iron right in the middle of the green. How do we keep the flow going into that home turf next weekend?
Yeah, we've been slicing the 9-iron real hard lately, so we're not going to bring that up. But, yeah, I mean, I felt really good there last year, and I got my first 2nd overall there, so hopefully we can bring that momentum back into Saint Denis and get off to some good starts and battle with these guys and go for it.
Awesome job. Great talking to you. Good job. 2nd overall on the day. We'll let him come down. We'll bring Darian Sinai next here for 3rd overall. 4-2 on the day for Darian Sinai. His 1st overall podium of the year. Come on right in here, Darian. On the Thor Pro Circuit, Team Green Kawasaki here by Motorsport. Darian, I'll tell you right now, in the TV booth, I was having a crazy time figuring out the points, what's going on here and there, but a satisfying day for you. 4th in the first moto, maybe not where you wanted, but that second one, you earned it. Jacob kind of did his thing, checked out, but you earned that 2nd spot with a great ride. Just give me your thoughts.
Yeah, for sure. Track was gnarly, so I was just trying to survive, honestly, out there. I was just kind of doing my own thing. I was trying to stay with him at the first few laps, but with the pace he was going, I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive the whole moto. So I was just trying to do my own thing. Then Tanner got around me, and at that point I kind of figured out, I'm probably going to be about 4th overall again. It's kind of where I'm landing most of these weekends. But I really wanted to get on the 3rd, and he made a mistake and tipped over. And I'm like, all right, this is my chance to, get on the podium. And, yeah, 4-2 got me 3rd overall.
So sand for the next few rounds here coming up. Are we comfortable with it? I mean, obviously podium today because you show that. But within yourself now we're coming into another similar kind of events.
Yeah, for sure. Saint Denis isn't quite as sandy as here or as rough as here. And I feel that's kind of my expertise. I feel that I'm good where it's like it's sandy, but it's not really deep sand. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can have a strong week this week and try to battle for the win.
Sounds good. Darian Sinai, 3rd overall. We'll let you get up to the podium. There's that box right there. What an amazing moto out there, just swapping points. If you're watching live, and I'm trying to figure it out, it was awesome. Jacob Piccolo, the first time overall in his career. The future is bright. Club MX tapping it. Pick a flow from Phil Nicoletti. We'll be right back after this with the final 450 moto of the day. Piccolo gets the whole shot. He wins the moto, so we're 2 out of 3 right now, and we got to think that it is. Look at that, 5 board to the side. There's Max Philippek in between the 15 and the 2. Who's going to get the roadstripping.com whole shot? The final gate of the day is down. Marshall Welton and Pettis again off to a good jump. Pettis up the inside. Who's that, Moff or is that Meston? No, that's Meston, and that is Mcnabb.
Whoa.
Pettis 2 for 2 today with the roaster. Oh, and Meston stalls it and takes Mcnabb with them.
Yeah.
Wow, that is not the way you want to start the first moto. Look at this, Dylan Wright off to a way better start in this one, and that is Tremblay and Thompson inside your top 5.
Yeah, this you can see in that camera angle how hard the rain is coming down for these guys. So goggles will be an issue again here all day long as we see the top 5 here battling it out through that front section.
Moffenbauer about 8th place right now, so he's got a bit of work to do after his first moto podium. But this is going to be an interesting one, Kyle. Goggles for sure, like you said, going to be a big issue. but we're going to see how, whoa, Welton scrubbing the jump off there. That looked a little bit scarier in our view than his, I'm sure. But Pettis, once again, 2 for 2 on the rotostreaming.com hole shots. The 15 out front, Red Bull KTM Factory Thor ride, no problem. But Dylan Wright already way ahead of what we saw in Moto number 1 here. Look at that, making the pass.
Yeah, so he makes the pass there. Oh, look at this. He's going back out to his outside line here.
Does it work as good as it did in the first Moto? I'd have to say, yeah. It really gets him the momentum to scrub.
It looks like the sand now is getting a little like slippery on top as these guys make their way right behind us. Whoa, look at the pass here. He's jumped up into the lead.
Wow.
Wow, out of nowhere. He's falling bikes out of the sky. Oh,
he makes a big mistake. He's going to lose it now maybe for Pettis. No. Pettis not able to make anything happen here. They got to duck in, follow the lines. Oh, little slingshot here from Pettis. Can he make something happen? He's just diving in. Not a lot of passing we've seen back here, Kyle, so he's going to have to fall in time.
This is early on, but that is for the overall, Galdi. Those two, 1 and 2 in both the first moto here and the second moto. Now Dylan Wright with that one. Whoa, look at that bump there.
There's that big hole once again. We saw Pettis hit that before, so Dylan Wright breaking free. So Pettis, Wright, Welton, Tremblay, Thompson, Moffenbauer, Boucher, O'Farrell, Eels, and Taylor Ciampicini from Mike Jackson's. They're sitting inside that top 10. But look at this. Here comes Welton now. Pettis battling for the lead for a minute. Now Welton's all over the back of him. The early laps have been quite insane in both the 250, 450 classes. And again, maybe it's a little goggle. He got roosted and just kind of slowing her down.
Yeah, look at now Welton pressuring hard.
Whoa!
Oh, a little bit sideways.
Welton with a big mistake. Is this going to open it up for Tremblay? Whoa, Tremblay sneaking through. Oh, wow. What respect from Tremblay. He could have punted Welton over the berm, but nothing there. Not having it. So Tremblay now looking to make that pass. He's got another opportunity. No, Welton shuts the door. Good defense.
Yeah, we've seen this early on in that last moto. Tim Tremblay, very solid pace. But look at how much roost Tremblay is taking on so far. He's filthy dirty as these guys make their way to that big dirty double.
Wow, look at the face of that thing. It's just
Tremblay lost some time there. Now Thompson up into that.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that was weird.
Full
I think he was trying to get a tear off there and he just couldn't pull it.
I thought he was pulling it out. I know, so he's back into it
could
now.
be a goggle issue.
All right, so Tyler Medaglia and Meston up to 14th and 16th respectively on that first lap after stalling in the first turn. So we'll keep an eye on those guys.
Look at this. Now Welton back up to the back end. Look at this. He's going to take that right line. Yeah.
Let's see if this works for Welton.
It's so far out there, Galdi.
With the drive.
So
Look at
smooth
the drive. Wow, that line really making sense. And Dylan Wright already disappearing at the front of the pack here. So Dylan Wright finding the flow in the second moto. That does not mean good things for the rest of the competition.
No, but Welton hunt down here. He's going to try to sneak in and get this pass on. Look at that. Look at that swing move by Pettis to get to that smooth line. And now he's going outside. Oh, I thought he was going outside. Sorry, my bad.
No, there's that second line just a little bit. It does look like the outside is going to be the carrier here of the first moto. Sorry, we're just getting some stats in front of us here. That's what I'm looking for. No, that's not it as well either. All right, we didn't get the right picture. Yep. All right. Got that.
There you go, buddy.
There's what I'm looking for right now. Just looking for Welton. He ended up finishing 4th in that first moto.
So Welton losing a little bit of time there on Pettis in that back sweeper. He's going to try to remount as they jump into there. Tremblay, Thompson back in 4th and 5th. So we've seen some incidents out of Ward and Canella in that harder section. Look at these guys right up by that Marin banner. And look at, there's a shot of our leader, Wright, coming around, bouncing his way through. A much better start this time around.
And he's already just yarding the field right there on the side.
Now Tremblay making the pass on Thompson just behind here.
Wow, okay, so the KTM Brigade boys going out of one factory, one privateer.
Thompson get it back.
There. Wow, Thompson gets him back now. There's a great battle between the Orange boys.
Yep, they're not too far behind. They're launching down that ant hill.
Wright was 4.3 at the stripe last time around. I feel like it's going to be even bigger, trying to do what Piccolo did in that final 250 moto to the rest of the competition.
It's crazy watching these guys, and you see one good line leads to them just get to the back, and then one bad line they lose 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's the name of the game in that sand, though. So many options, but you never know which one is going to come out the best. And then look at this. Welton was just on the back of Pettis last lap in this section. Now about 3 seconds back. As I see behind us, Dylan Wright going over the finish line.
You look at Dylan Wright's lap time from the last lap, 2:06 to 2:10 for the guys behind him. So 4 seconds faster, you get a 4-second lead.
He just clicked by one more time. A 2:04. A 2:04 for Dylan Wright right there. Absolutely dropping the hammer on the competition.
Yeah, that is fast.
8.3 second lead for Dylan Wright here on lap number 3, Kyle.
Yeah, so these guys pounding out some good laps here. 2:08 for Pettis. That's he's picked up the pace since last lap when Marshall Welton was all over him. Now Welton 3 seconds back.
All right.
Oh, it looks like Tremblay off camera just had a little get off there. And we go back to Dylan Wright in that back.
Oh, he blew the gas cap off it. So Kyle, we can't see it. He's right there. He has blown the gas cap off his KTM 450 just off camera behind us here in the TV booth. Wow.
Yeah,
Is
so
that
look
a
how
thing with the KTM?
watching Wright go through,
but
watching Wright go through that section there, how rough and demanding it is.
Dylan Wright making it look so right.
I don't even understand how he can get a 2:04 on this track.
Well,
it's insane how fast he's going.
That's what the computers do. They tell us.
I know. I get that he got it.
They figured it out for us.
They did the
and
math.
Look at this. Thompson now kind of getting into the back end of Marshall Welton. So Welton, once again, looking like a bit of a struggle after how everything went so good there on yesterday morning in that main event. But here, looking like he's struggling.
Lapper right there in front there.
That's Heacock.
Yeah.
Heacock down in lap traffic. He's up. He's okay. But Welton not fitting as well with the track here today as Saturday. What do you think the difference could be, Kyle?
I'm not sure. He looked great in that first moto. He led the way for a majority of it and then just got caught up there with Dylan Wright. I just think that, like I said, you hit the odd wrong line and you lose so much time. Look at it. Now Thompson closing a bit of the gap. Welton going through a bit of a rougher patch. And then now look at Welton just hitting a better line through those rollers. So it's just a little bit of a cat and mouse, little yo-yo effect as these guys hit good and bad lines.
Yeah, so right here, look at the KTM Factory Red Bull ride, number 16, Cole Thompson, former Triple Crown Series champion, going and chasing the back end of Marshall Welton on his Team Green Thor Pro Circuit Kawasaki ride. Hubert Motorsports backing him up. And look at the
line from Welton. That
look
was
at
cool.
Cutting down.
I like that line. He's kept his momentum up, able to get right to the inside there.
Now back to the inside here, not to the outside line like he did the lap before.
Yeah, so, a little mistake out of Welton. Maybe that was meant to be. It looked like a mistake with the roost, but Welton still holding on to that third spot, looking up the leaderboard. About the same lap time for the Wright and Pettis there. A little bit slower from Pettis.
Welton at 2:12, Thompson at 2:11, Moffenbauer 2:12 as well. So Moffenbauer keeping the boys in front of them just a little bit, losing a little bit that lap. But Dylan Wright once again setting the fastest lap of the race, 9.4 at the front here, Kyle. And only 5 riders right now on the lead lap. And a brand new 6th place rider, I believe it's going to be, oh no, it is Mcnabb. Tyler Medallia all the way up to 6th place after that.
Yeah, 5th in the first Moto 6 here. He's having a great day. Better start, obviously, in the first Moto. Almost got that hole shot. Led right up there by the leaders there. As
Liam
Thompson
O'Farrell in 7th place. Prior to Mechanical supporting him up. Yannick Boucher, Parker Eels, and there goes Tremblay. Actually, Tremblay just got back by Eels. I wonder if Tremblay, with the gas cap coming off, how much if he did lose a bunch of fuel.
Or get sand in there.
Yeah, and sand in there as well. So that'll be interesting to see if 777 can finish the moto.
Yeah, so these guys are making their way through the mechanics area, the Marin section there. Thompson and Welton on screen. Wright has a nice 9-second lead over Pettis. Pettis 5 seconds over that battle there. We just seen now back to Wright on your screen. Oh,
whoa, rider
right
in
off
front.
the oh!
Dylan Wright down. Dylan Wright throws the lead away.
Oh, here's Pettis.
Throws the bike down, and Pettis is going to get the lead.
Just like Pettis gave to Welton last moto,
yes.
Pettis gets a gift right back.
So Pettis now your leader here in moto number 2. Using the roll-off system, wearing the Oakley goggles, using the roll-off system was Wright. So Wright was able to get back up, so he's sitting still in that 2nd position. So another crazy turn of events. Here we go. Let's watch this, Kyle.
Wow, that was awkward. He just got kicked up off that first one. His feet came off, lost all pressure to the foot pegs, and then just lost control of the bike.
Yeah, pretty wild crash there for Dylan Wright. So now, giving the gift to factory KTM Red Bull rider Jess Pettis. But look at this, Dylan Wright again.
The Dylan Wright line. I love it because it's so smooth. He just gets to save so much energy.
And he's able to scrub through these obstacles instead of popping up through them. So
it looks like he's going to lose time, and then he makes up so much time here. We're going to have a battle.
He's already back on the rear wheel here, Kyle.
Just when our friends at home were a little bit yawning, a little bit tired from the day, we're like, nope. Injection.
Oh, Pettis making a
stalled.
Pettis stalls the bike. What is going on, Kyle? Nobody wants to lead this race. Where's Welton? Welton not get going again. Just like that, not even a half a lap apart, the lead swaps out.
Yeah, right behind them, Welton and Thompson's still in a heated battle there. So just the gifts keep coming. The gift that keeps coming
it's
here.
Christmas in July, and it just keeps rolling through out here. So now Santa has delivered a stocking full of goodness back to Dylan Wright, and a
man.
lump of coal over to Jess Pettis, I guess, on this one. An interesting turn of events. And look, though, Pettis now
Is he right
is
there?
still right there.
Still
Yeah, he's right
there.
in the rear wheelhouse of Dylan Wright, so maybe he can still make something happen. But it looked like Dylan Wright was starting to pull away, so I guess we'll just have to keep tabs on how this one works out, because the way we see it, we don't know what's going to happen out there.
Yeah, there's a look at the mechanics there. Nico giving the board to Pettis, and I don't even know if he's seen that happen because it was just behind. But it looks like
Well,
now,
they probably would have got it over the radio. I
yeah,
would think,
obviously
but-
the radio.
And
but
then
like,
it was like, okay, he's got the lead. Give him some of this. Well, scratch that out. Sell the bike. Scratch that.
yeah, they launched down this anthill here, right in
Oh,
those kickers.
Dylan Wright having to swing
Wow,
wide.
look at Pettis now.
Yeah, Dylan Wright had to swing wide that lapper, making him push to the outside line. Now, look at this. Pettis on the inside. No. Might have been able to jam up the door there a little bit, but did not make the move. So Wright looking a little bit uncomfortable, made it twist the front end on that crash, Kyle.
Yeah, that you know what, and that's so hard to remount after that. See, Pettis just stalled his bike. His bike is fine, but Wright could be dealing with some bike issues. Tweak the front end, maybe a lever or two, and man, he's gonna have to battle this moto and try to figure out how to get comfortable here as these
Big
guys lead the
time.
way.
And he goes down again, Kyle.
Oh.
Dylan Wright pushes the front end, and he's down one more time. Dylan Wright and the Gopher Dune soil are not
There's
becoming-
Welton.
And Welton slides by to take over that second spot. And
Thompson's
Thompson
just
is right
behind
there.
though, as he got caught behind the lapper. So Dylan Wright is making this interesting for you viewers at home. And just another crash here after he lost the lead.
There's that outside line once again. And this is where Welton and Dylan Wright connected in Moto number 1. You got to think that Dylan Wright is starting to run out of steam here, Kyle. He's crashed.
That's got to be so
twice.
tiring.
Yeah, the heart
Taxing
rate
on the body.
is just pounding up right now as it stands.
Now
Very
Pettis,
insane.
replay. Oh, we just missed that replay.
We're watching the race here. The action going on. Dylan Wright, when they saw the replay, they knew what happened. Good job at the boys back in the Brigden booth getting us that replay right there. Horrible job on us catching it.
Yeah,
How you been playing, Kyle?
Honestly, his back end of his bike is just not handling some of these harsh bumps here, the harsh hits. His feet keep coming off the peg there as he's now in a sandwich between Marshall Welton and Cole Thompson.
I like what I'm seeing out of Cole right now. I
Not
feel
bad
like he's
rebound
got some
ride.
strength. He's kind of making it work. And that smoothness and sort of skill that Thompson has, maybe being able to just kind of hawk these holes and making it work in his favor.
Yeah, so as he getting the lappers too here, Ryan Derry, what's he sitting in there for? Oh, he's in 18, so they're getting to the top 15 here very shortly. Pettis, we just caught him on the screen there, going by the mechanics area. These guys zigzagging through lappers.
Battles all over the track. There's Jay Burke. He's sitting in the 20th spot. Love seeing that guy out there. Four kids out there battling hard. Jay Burke.
Yeah, he took a
Spotted
couple
team
years
again.
off. I seen him in the pits
Yeah.
yesterday. Took a couple years off, back racing, feeling that adrenaline rush here.
There's just nothing like it. That feeling you get when you're going racing and stuff like that. It's such a great feeling. He's got his young boys watching him as well, and a brand new daughter to the family. So congrats out there to the Burke family. But back up to the front. This young kid right now leading the way. KTM Factory Red Bull Thor ride. Jess Pettis showcasing that if you stick in it, you stick with it, good things can happen, and they're happening to him right now on the 15.
He's got a nice gap here. Last time by the stripe, almost 6 seconds. You can see Drew in the background, the 1 and the 2. Coming
This is what
hard.
we saw in that last moto, and the 1 was able to make it happen. Here's that line that Welton's been using, cutting down and cutting
He
across.
cuts right across the number 1.
Yeah, look at that, though. It works. Look, he probably pulled about 2 bike lengths right there. And then maybe Dylan able to use this outside line one more time and pull it together. Look how much faster Dylan can come into that line.
Yeah, much better line there now as he works around that outside. Love that Dylan Wright line. Gets a good scrub off that tabletop into the finish line here. And all the leaders there, 213, 213, 213. And
Look at
those
this,
guys
Dylan
set the
Wright, the
pace.
same passing area that he got. Jess Pettis, big scrub. Gonna shut the door. No. Wright, no problem getting by. Welton got to go around the lap traffic right there, but Wright made the pass. Oh, look at this. Now it's back up the inside. No. Welton doesn't push the envelope right there. Does not push to make a pass. And you think, after moto number 1, do you think Welton is upset at the way the pass was made with that 1 lap to go?
I don't think so. I think he heard from his managers, his team, that it was an accidental contact. They're just both going for the same line here as we get the gap there. We've seen Pettis go by. It looks like the gap's a little, it's at 6 seconds, but last lap, the fastest rider in that trio was Dylan Wright. He was a very slim margin faster,
Yeah.
but he was fast.
We've lost a little bit of Thompson there. He's now 4.9, almost 5 seconds basically back behind Welton. So The podium as it would stand would be these three right here as it sits, Pettis, Wright, and Welton. But I see Welton, he's not going to give up. And right now, the question mark stands, can he just keep it together here to bring home some valuable points? This would, if it stays this way, lose that red plate to Jess Pettis going into round number 5 in our series here. So an interesting turn of events, what we're seeing out of Dylan Wright. And we kind of talk about maybe pushing a little bit too hard with what is delivered underneath him by the track.
Yeah, so it's just pushing the envelope. But if we seen like anything from that first moto, he came from way further back than this, and he was able to catch up to the lead pack. So I think we're not done yet, Galdi. We are just past the halfway, or we might get the halfway board this time around. Yes, we will. The halfway board just this time around. So there is lots of room here for Dylan Wright to remount a charge and get that number 1 plate up there and secure that red plate. If he makes that pass, he's going to keep that red plate on his bike.
All right, so, oh yeah, look at that. Here's lots of time.
Yeah, he's not too far behind here,
No,
Galdi.
he's
Let's see what the lap times come by here. The stripe here. Half board out.
He was about 6 seconds last lap, so let's see what it is.
Consistent,
Pettis goes by.
Consistent ride here out of Pettis.
And at 2:12, so
whole second.
A little bit faster on that lap right there.
Back to Pettis here, looking at, look at the lappers Pettis is dealing with right now. Whew.
Wow, a whole house of them. Right,
nice move though, that was good.
In one spot, that worked out. Dylan Wright going to get pitched on the inside here maybe by these guys carrying that inside turn, so we'll see how that one. Moffenbauer down behind us right here in the screen. Moffenbauer was running in that fifth position, so he's back up and going. Not going to lose any spots out there, so Moffenbauer still carrying good speed. But Pettis on screen once again, KTM Red Bull Factory Thor ride, number 15, two-time Canadian 250 champion. Sitting good, looking good out here in this 450, and maybe looking to be the first racer to do a little 1-1 action.
Yeah, and also the first racer to double up overalls.
No, sorry, Friday, Dylan Wright went 1-1
Right, yeah,
opening
right
round.
up the hop.
My apologies. Yeah,
that's
Dylan
all right.
Wright went 1-1.
It was only a week ago.
But, yeah. Pettis looking good there. I think Dylan Wright looks like he's a little farther back in the background from our camera angle. So we'll see that next lap around. They just were on lap 8, so I believe that
halfway
was out there. Halfway was
There's
out.
There's a gap here. There he is. So
probably about 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's been saying the same. I think Pettis had a better lap this time around. And Welton just falling off that pace of our leaders. He's about 4 seconds back. So Welton, early pace there. There's a good shot of Sean. He's lost his goggles, so that crash probably fogged up a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he just picks himself up, but he's battling Warrior Moto out there, sitting in that 5th spot. Shout out to the Priority Mechanical KTM there. FXR backing him up. Liam O'Farrell up into that 6th spot, so he's found his way up past Trombley somehow. And of course, we know Trombley went down.
Wow, that's a solid. Liam O'Farrell in 6 is amazing.
I want to say that might be his, maybe not his best moto. I've seen him get a 4th or 4th. I don't know if he's ever podiumed in a 450, but I know he's got 4th before. So, but a great ride out of that, the working man out there on that KTM. Dylan Wright once again.
This gets me pumped up every time he hits his outside. He's the only one of the top guys that's hitting it. He hits it pinned, and I want to say he's closed up there in that back section there, or sorry, the front section.
He's going to come by.
No, just a little bit slower, not much.
Yeah, point
so Jess Pettis picking it up there.
0.3 of a second slower that time. So yeah, Pettis finding some good mojo here just past the halfway point, and we've seen Pettis get stronger as the moto carries on. So Pettis right now doing a heck of a job at being able to make it happen.
So Pettis going around this outside of lapper. Yeah, that's not a bad line there. Pettis finding some smooth ground by those Yamaha rolling section there in the sweeper. It's this big step down here, and it's just a slight drizzle still out here, Galdi. It's not as hard as it was on the hot lap. The rain is kind of just almost being put away for the day.
You know what we saw that first moto? They crossed right around that 29:50 mark as far as the time goes. What are we sitting at now?
We're sitting just at the 20-minute
mark. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. I wonder this time if say Pettis got a bit of a lead or whatever the pit board says, just choke up about 5-6 seconds this time.
Yeah, I don't think they're playing that game, but whatever.
Let's give yourself a little top 20 rundown here. So Jess Pettis on screen, he's your leader. Dylan Wright, Marshall Welton, Cole Thompson, Sean Moffenbauer, top 5. Liam O'Farrell, Tim Trombley, Tyler Medaglia, Yannick Boucher, Parker Eels, top 10. Keelan Meston, a good ride back to that 11th spot. Max Philippek, Tommy Dallaire, Taylor Cipoccini, Mitch Rempel having one of his best rides ever. Jason Burke, Derek Ham, Ethan Ouellette, Anthony Spadaccini, and Ryan Derry are in all those points paying positions out here at the moment.
So Pettis working his way through that front section. There's a good shot right there, Galdi. You can see Wright lingering in the background as Yannick Boucher behind us. Every crash that happens, we just hear the thud.
We're right here. We should have a camera on our backs. We should have the GoPro backwards on our head here.
Yeah, there we go.
Get all this action. Boucher was up. Gabby, brand new flagger this weekend out there. Boom. Doing a great job. Gabby Plouffe out there, our flagger extraordinaire, carrying it up right here, but no flags waving for this guy other than
want to say Dylan Wright made up a second on this lap, maybe even a second and a half.
Okay, well, we'll be able to tell here in a moment. When they cross the flag, another rider down behind us here. So Dylan Wright crossed it. Let's see where we're at.
He did. They're running a faster pace, though, 2:11. So blow for blow, it's Wright and Pettis going back and forth with these lap times, both equaling each other. So
look at
Pettis,
that line right there for Pettis, right on the side of the track. Very smart. Missing all the bumps, all the holes. Welton now crying third. So we got a quiet 1, 2, 3. And Thompson still not bad. 4.3 off the back end, a little bit fast. He's about a second and a half faster than Welton at Moto. So Thompson's still pushing there as well. And hopefully maybe get that battle for that third overall. And if that would be the case, I think it would still go to
it's definitely
Welton,
right?
I think it would still go to Welton as far as the points go out there. Because right now Moffenbauer 5-3 and a 4-3 for Welton. So Welton would still sit third overall.
Yeah, so Pettis working his way by the mechanics area. There's like no room to put a pit board out there because they're right on the edge of that track there. There's Welton bouncing his way through that back section. He's catching up to Meston as putting him a lap down. Meston sitting in that 11th spot there. So having another tough moto.
All right, the rest of the riders flipping by on the screen right here. Okay, so Kyle, we're past the 20-minute mark here. We got about 10 minutes or so left in this moto. What do you think's going through the riders' heads as they're battling around this track right now, looking at Marshall Welton? Is it just get me the heck out of here? Oh, I'm enjoying myself. Oh, I can't wait to sit in a nice warm bath later. Like, where do we go? What's going through their minds?
You know what they're missing? They're missing that Saturday morning moto when it was nice and smooth, because this is complete mayhem out here. And these guys making their way through some lappers, through some bumps, as Thompson makes it up the top of that anthill, trying to chase down the number 2 machine of Welton there. You see Meston in view, just going to get a lap down. He's sitting in 11th right now. That's MX-101 Yamaha.
All right, so Meston, Thompson, back up to our leader right here. Jess Pettis having an extraordinary day on the number 15.
There's Wright. Not too bad. Oh, gosh. Man, he's finding smooth track there. That's a dozer path he's got there. He's got really smooth lines there. Comes by the stripe. I don't know. I think Pettis pulled a little bit that lap. No?
Pettis.
It's like they're literally matching each other's lap times.
As it clicked by right there. Oh, it has a 2:11 up, well, right 0.1 of a second faster. So fully just leading the charge and matching one another at the front of the pack. Welton a scant 14, 15 seconds behind that. And then Thompson about 5 behind that. And then Moffenbauer 27 seconds behind Thompson. So a very quiet moto here for moto number 2 in the 450 class. Once again, thanks for joining us all day long on Fox Sports Racing and, of course, the Flow Racing app. We hope you're enjoying the show, because we sure have. We've had a pretty barn burner of a day up until maybe right about now, Kyle, because it looks like these guys are just, let's just bring it home. Let's just bring it on home, guys.
Let's mail it in here as he gets his way. That's a rider down there, a lap rider, as Wright works his way back to that mechanics area. And Galdi, we're sitting at 24 and a half minutes into this moto, so 30 minutes, and that the 2 board comes out. There's Pettis getting by Yannick Boucher. Crossing through there.
Wow. Not making it easy out here, that is for sure.
Yeah, well, lappers.
Up and lappers. Unbelievable how rough and gnarly this track is out here. And lots of good rides are going to give a shout out. Tommy Dallaire sitting in that 12th position. Good job for him. Taylor Ciampicini in that 13th spot. Jason Burke. A good buddy of mine, Mitch Rempel, in that top 15 spot.
That's awesome for Mitch.
Mitch's probably not happy that the guy with 4 kids is but both those guys will be going to work tomorrow. Mitch doing the Rempel concrete, and Jay Burke does his own gas fitting, plumbing.
Mitch is a great guy.
He's a journeyman out
I
there.
actually walked the track with Mitch last night. Just a humble kid.
Yeah.
Never met a bad Mitch. That's what I always say to him. Never met a bad Mitch.
Never met a bad Mitch. I like that. I like that. That's a good one. All right. I think Pettis has pulled away a little bit on this lap here, Kyle.
Yeah, I think so. He navigated through some lappers really nicely. Looking to go 1-1 here on the day. As we see, wait for Wright to come by the stripe here. Oh,
Whoa,
Pettis a little
mistake.
off there.
Mistake by
Wow.
Pettis, able to get back on the track. He made a big save.
So
Made
6
a big
seconds.
save.
Yeah, a little bit quicker than right there, and then making that mistake. That's going to get the heart rate up here, and we're 25, almost 26 minutes into this call. Here's that replay.
All right, so let's watch Pettis here in behind a lapper.
Oh,
Whoa, wow, that could have been so,
yeah,
so
that
much
could've got bad
uglier
there.
out there. Big save by Jess Pettis.
Nice work there.
KTM Red Bull Factory Tour Race and Ride making a big save, and that's what you got to do it here. You just got to keep it together, keep the composure, and bring it on home to bring home that overall win, and that's what he's trying to do here. 1-1 for Jess Pettis.
Yeah, he's getting
Absolute
ready
beautiful
for that,
ride out here.
Mechanics area. There's the KTM squad pumping his tires there as he goes by that Marin banner, just about collecting it in his wheel.
So Dylan Wright definitely lost even more time. Dylan Wright, I think, is going to be comfy and say, you know what, I'm bringing the second home today. I'm in this championship still heading to Sandali, his homemade track. And we saw how unbelievably insane fast Jess Pettis was on that track last year. And do you think that Pettis has surprised Dylan thus far in the series?
If you look back at results from these two in the 250 class, as well as 450 last year with Wright, both of these riders are so good at the tracks that we go to this year. Gopher Dunes, we've seen Pettis dominate here. Sandali, he's dominated. Walton, he's had great rides. And then Deschambault, whoa, got a little scary with Dallaire there, and making his way by. So, and then you look at Wright's resume, and those are his 4 strong suits. So these guys are literally going head-to-head on some of their best tracks, and it's whoever can get that start, whoever can stay
Pettis
up.
just swapped again. Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, no worries. And it's in Pettis right now, just kind of dealing with that late moto shenanigans here on that KTM. So he's going to try to send this one home. But man, that
What do
bike
you
is
got
just
here, Kyle?
27, 40.
27 what? 40.
So we got
2 minutes and 12. Let's see what he does this time. They could be coming right ahead of the 30-minute mark again this moto.
I am absolutely sick for them.
They were almost 37 minutes the last moto here, so we're going to keep an eye.
Right down to 4.5 as he goes by us.
13. Oh, it's going to be close, Kyle. It is going to be close. You see,
Looks like Thompson closing a bit of room on Welton, so good ride out of Thompson after a not-so-great 6th place for him. Well, love his style in the sand, much like we've seen in Julian Bennett hanging off the back. Look at maybe Thompson going to try the right line.
Oh,
nope,
no,
switching up. Lapper took it.
Switch,
Lapper needs it. So there we go, up through the stripe. These guys and their own little world, own little battle. As Thompson pulls a strip on that roll off there, he comes by the stripe 3 seconds faster than Welton that lap.
Yeah, Thompson really starting to find his groove really late in the moto about, well, we thought maybe the 2-lap board out next lap around. We'll see how that plays into the time factor. So it could be 2, but maybe 3 laps to go for these guys here. And Thompson finding some speed here late in the moto, and you got to think that Welton is starting to feel the pressure. Thompson has been there the entire time within 3-4 seconds now, got it down to a 2.1.
Yeah, but you got to think Welton dealt with Dylan Wright on his rear fender for 20 minutes yesterday. So, I mean, this isn't going to be too much for him. He's got nerves of steel. He never even looks back. Yesterday, you'd think he would look back and just kind of take a peek over his shoulder who's behind him. But, well, never looking over his shoulder, always just racing the track, racing forward. And that's his strong suit. He's just able to just put himself in that zone. And if he doesn't have the speed of the leaders, he'll settle in and find a position where he's happy with. And that's what he's doing right here, and he's managing this race.
Just look at the way they're going around this track, inside, outside, middle.
Yeah.
It's insane
Parker
watching them
Eels
really
right there.
dancing
So
around.
Parker Eels in that top 10. These guys are in there.
Yeah, oh, they've lapped. I think this might be the second time they're lapping those guys.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This might be the second time they're lapping them because Pettis is going to come
Yeah,
around. He's
that's
going to be
true.
lap 14.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so they're still on lap 12. Well, no, I think first time.
Oh, no. So Pettis off the side of the track there. I'm not sure what
Pettis
happened.
Throws the lead away. What is going on out here, Kyle? Nobody wants to take the
I
win.
think that's Medaglia right there. So they're lapping up into that top 8 now.
Dags is back to 8th position now. So Liam O'Farrell is still in 6th position. Okay. So now we do, and they came ahead of it. They came ahead of it. 3
I'm
laps
sick.
to go.
I'm sick.
3
Maybe
laps to
that's
go
what
in this
Pettis was
moto.
doing. He was trying to give him the clock. Wright didn't follow suit.
Yeah, I like a good clock.
Ah, here we go. Pettis going to try to remount the comeback here for the 3rd time, I feel
Wright
like.
got no goggles. Yes, right. Yeah, he's got the right. Wright has no goggles out there. So, and Pettis looks like he still does. Does that come into play? Or now look at Pettis scrubbing there.
That was a fast lap for Wright, by the way. 2:10.
Wow,
he was mounting
2:10.
a charge anyways,
Yes.
and then Pettis had a horrible lap with that 2:16.
So Pettis
now Pettis coming back here.
Pettis lapping Tyler Medaglia out here in that 8th position. Wow, this could really come down again in the final laps between Pettis and Dylan Wright. Thompson had lost a little bit of time that lap, so this is insane. Look at Pettis is now right on the back wheel. Wright is bouncing all over the track out here.
Wow.
We got a battle. 2.5 laps to go, Kyle.
Oh my goodness.
Just as I was ready to tuck myself in and have a little bit of a nap, the excitement turns itself back up. The blanket is off. I am ready to go. The energy drinks are flowing. The chips are coming down. I am dipping in late in the moto here for Dylan Wright and Jess Pettis.
Wow, this is impressive here. Back and forth, these two, and it's all mistakes. I haven't seen a straight up pass. It's either Pettis stalling, Pettis going up the side of the track, Wright falling, and it's coming down to the 2-lap board this time. It's going to be an absolute sprint on the roughest track we've seen all week, and Dylan Wright getting over that big dirty double.
Wow.
In the lead here late in this moto.
So Wright has 2 crashes. Pettis has a stall and a mistake. We didn't get a chance to see exactly what happened on that last one there, but a mistake in his own right and giving it up the lead back up to Dylan Wright. So when Dylan Wright crosses time, it will be 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go for Dylan Wright and the Honda Canada GDR Fox to bring home an overall and to hang on to that red plate, and the points would stay the same. They would still be 1 point away from each other.
Yeah, insane moto here as these guys swap it back and forth. Pettis is still within that striking distance. A mistake out of Wright, and Pettis will be right in play for this overall. These guys tying in points today the way it sits, and red plate staying on the number 1 machine.
All right, just under 2-lap board is out, so a lap and a half to go. A lap and 3/4 left here for the Honda Canada GDR Fox ride of Dylan Wright, your 2020 champion, looking to bring home one here in 2021. Lots of action to go, lots of racing left, but I'll tell you what, this one here has been one of those rounds where you're just like, nobody seems to want it. Mistakes all over the place. The track is definitely the one playing the factor here.
Oh, somebody's on the side of the track getting him pumped up. There's a
fan.
A fan just got in the middle of the track. We need a security on him. He's getting out of hand out there. Dylan Wright working his way back. No goggles through the mechanics area here. See the gap.
2 motos in a row where he's had to rip those goggles off out there. So
I feel like Pettis lost a bit of time there in that back section. So just probably 3 seconds now, Caldy, maybe 4.
So as it stands, as they finish in this moto, that would be your overall for the day as well. Moff going 3.5, Welton going 4.3. So that would give the nod to Welton for 3rd overall, Wright with the overall win, and then Pettis would tie, who would take 2nd overall with that 2nd moto, paying more. Whoa, right off the track a little bit right there. A little mistake from him. So it is an all-out war out here, and they're not battling the riders, they're battling the track.
Yeah, they're battling the track hard here, Galdi, as he works his way to that double again, this big double. He gets it late in the motos, ruts leading up to it. There's Pettis. He's still there. You know how mistakes can just catch you.
We haven't seen any all day. What are you talking about, Kyle? There's been no mistakes out here by any of these guys. So, okay, 2 turns and a lap. 2 turns and a lap. Oh, that hole. I feel like that hole was already, that was as deep as.
Oh
goodness. Man, see the bike hit the face right there. Wow.
I don't know if he's feeling that, but I'm feeling it in the booth. That was just, he's kicked sideways off that tabletop lead towards the finish line section. Pettis about 3 seconds back now as they get by the stripe.
1 lap to go. 1 lap to go, Kyle.
So Pettis, 4 seconds back, I apologize. As they work their way by Ryan Derry. Lapped him for the 3rd or 4th time here, Galdi.
Yeah, they're on lap 16. Derry is running off the 13.
That's how much faster these leaders are. It's insane.
Blue flags waving out there, so lap traffic in the way of Pettis. Not much time left here. 3/4 of a track to go. Wright, Pettis, and Welton. 1, 2, 3 in the moto. 1, 2, 3 on the podium overall as well.
Guy again. Not so excited this lap. Now he's cheering for Pettis. He was cheering for Wright, now he's cheering for Pettis. He can't decide who he wants to win here.
The 1 or the 15.
I don't think Wright and Pettis can decide who wants to win here as they give it up the lead how many times.
Unsure as the fans, it's unsure as the racers. So, not the crazy ending that we were expecting, but now it looks like Dylan Wright in total control. Half a track to go for the Honda Canada GDR Fox 2020 champion and your current points leader, and this will keep him on top of the series by 1 point.
Looked like he stalled up a bit there, Galdi. I don't know what happened. He
So-
stalled the bike. It looked like the bike kind of slowed down. He's still got a lead, but
He's checked out on Pettis
Yeah.
now.
he's got that room, so I don't know. It just looked like he was slowed down a bit there as he gets past Mitch Rempel there, putting him another lap down. And Dylan Wright, what a day. He started on the ground, and now he's in the lead here to take the overall, keep that red plate.
Unbelievable turn of events. I tell you that if we think nothing's going to happen, then the track comes up and just bites these guys right in the rear end and spits them down into the soil and makes it so they look like it. But I'll tell you what, I bet you the happiest guy to have this done right now is going to be Dylan Wright. 2 turns to go. The overall for the day with a 2-1 on it. An amazing ride in Moto number 1, an amazing ride here in Moto number 2. Honda Canada, GDR Fox, going to bring home another victory. Keep the red plate as they head to Santa Lee. And it's going to be Dylan Wright. Look at this. He's going to go wide, too, just for something.
The Dylan Wright line.
Might as well. He's making it work. Honda Canada, GDR Fox, champion, 2-1 on the day. Fist to the air. Your winner here at Gopher News Round 4 is Dylan Wright, everybody.
Wow, what a day. What a day. Those guys battling it out there.
KTM Factory Red Bull Thor ride of Jess Pettis. He's going to come across in second spot, and he's going to tie for that overall, but the overall will go to Dylan Wright for that second Moto strength. And we are almost a minute for Marshall Welton to come in.
Yeah.
Almost a minute behind, but still a great wide. Welton actually on the big dirty, as they call it, way on the
He
other
opted
side.
to roll at that time, Galdi, as he lost just Thompson just dropped off the back there of this battle they had going on midway through this moto. So Welton's going to mail it in here. He's going to get that third overall. A solid day after his first overall yesterday. Come back with a 4-3.
Yeah.
Gotta be happy with that.
Very solid ride out there by Marshall Welton. No big deal. Third overall. Good job by the Team Green Pro Circuit Thor Kawasaki Hubert Motorsports ride out there. And Kyle, I guess it's time we probably take another little break. The last one of the day. I'm going to go catch up with our podium racers. The work is never done, but the final moto is finally done here at Gopher Dunes. We'll be right back with the podium speeches from our warriors. Welcome back, everybody, live here for the final 450 podium of the day. An unbelievable moto out there, just craziness all around, the roughest, craziest track. Let's get right in here to third overall in the day, 4-3 scores. Marshall, from Saturday to here the next day, a completely different track, I feel, a completely different you. Just give me your thoughts on it all, because it looked like it's a true war out there. You weren't even racing other riders. It was all about the track.
Yeah, the track was absolutely mental. I've ridden a lot of rough sand tracks, and this was up there with the top of them. They did a great job with the track today. It's cool that they left it rough from all the amateurs racing yesterday. Super good job to the track crew, and the weather held off good enough so we could race. So overall, good day. I'm just a little disappointed in myself with how everything went. I was in position to win in the first moto, and I kind of threw that away. And even this one, I was right there, and I lost pace. So it just came down to a bit of mental fatigue and physical fatigue. Definitely physical fatigue played a part. I just wasn't riding the track efficiently. But shout out to the Thor Pro Circuit Kawasaki team, my mechanic Justin, the whole Huber family, and my mom, my dad, my brothers back home watching. 2.5, thank you.
One quick thing, that first moto, didn't get a chance to talk to you. The pass that you and Dylan on there, was that just a riding thing, cross lines? What are your thoughts on it right now?
Yeah, I definitely don't have anything good to say about it, but I just got to move on. Can't do anything about it now, and just try to ride my own race.
Great, respectful answer there, Marshall. Well, great job right there. The Team Green Pro Circuit Thor Kawasaki, amazing ride. Going to move right into, I guess we'll talk to our winner right here as Jess Pettis is up on the podium. Dylan Wright, you didn't make it easy, that's for sure. You crashed about 17 times today. I feel like, are you not getting enough sand in your diet on that one? Because, man, I'll tell you what, a true warrior once again. Tie for the overall. Still got the red plate heading into Santa Lee on the home turf, but just give me your thoughts on the overall day, because from our perspective, you were laying on the ground a lot today.
Yeah, laying on the ground, eating some dirt. It's part of it. It's track's gnarly, man. Just trying to put in some solid laps, and dang, sometimes it just doesn't go your way. It's probably the roughest track I've ever ridden. The first moto tired me out pretty good. I went back, tried to regroup as much as possible, but kind of put it all out there. And in this moto, I want to get a better start. I got a good start. Got in the lead quick. Put maybe 10 seconds on the guys early. but my pace was just too fast. I was making too many mistakes and hit the ground, and then I was just like, I just got to breathe and settle into a decent pace, and then I got 5+2, and I'm like, all right, now it's time to go. Just trying to be smarter, and you know what? We'll stay on the bike hopefully next weekend, because that's what we got to do. But shout out to my whole team, Honda Canada, GDR, Fox Racing. We got the job done, my mechanic Justin, and know what I need to work on, not hit the ground and get some good starts, and we'll be good.
Just the last question here. Do you like it this way when it's this rough? Do you groom it? I mean, you don't want it perfect. You're men out there. But is it good the way that it is like this, or was that a little too much?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a little back and forth on that. Obviously, we like it rough, but we don't like it dangerous. I hit the deck pretty good there, but you know what? It's a sand track. We ride dirt bikes for a living, and it's what we train for. So, in my opinion, it's okay. I'm all right with it, even though I had a rough day, but we still got it done. My speed was good, and you know what? Hats off to the track crew. They beat the crap out of us today.
They sure did. Dylan Wright there, your overall winner with a 2-1 score. Gonna bring in second overall with a 1-2 score. Jess Pettis, an amazing job out there. Just all three riders so far, sorry, the two riders I've talked to, just the track. And you didn't make it easy on yourself, stalling it, crashing out there. Just give me your thoughts on the overall day, and still in a great position for this championship.
Yeah, I think the crowds out here is awesome. No, I think
Isn't it great to have fans back?
Yeah, I love having the fans back here, and that's amazing. And I heard some air horns and stuff out there, so that's amazing. And no, all in all, it was a good day. We salvaged some good points. We went 1-2 on the day, so 1 point, I think, behind Dylan in the championship, so we're there to fight, and we're going to be there till the end. But, man, it was a war today for sure. We had to put the big boy boots on, and it was tough. I mean, this is by far the gnarliest Gopher I've ever raced, and thankfully we didn't have a lot of heat today, because I think there would be some people passing out on the ground for sure. But all in all, I mean, yeah, it was a hectic, crazy moto. I mean, I probably got slammed by about 10 lappers. Went down, just about got cleaned out last corner, stalled it. I think it was really the one who made the least mistakes out there was the one who was going to be on the top, and Dylan got me with 2 laps to go. I got into it with Tyler Medallia, and I mean, he wasn't meaning to get in the way, but it was kind of a bummer for me. But all in all, it's good. We're leaving here 1 point behind, and I'm stoked on that.
Yeah, you got to be happy with that. Halfway point of the series, Jess, coming in. We actually saw a little interview with you. You surprised yourself a little bit. You're in the hunt now. Does the mental game change at all for you? Have you changed the way that you train and all that kind of stuff? Because this championship is within this grasp, but now you're showcasing. We got the toughest one out of the way. It coming up next time. We got sand tracks, but they don't get like this. You're in this.
Yeah, we're in it, and I like it. I like the position I'm in. 4 months ago, I would have been dreaming to be up here, really. I was sitting on the couch pretty much at rock bottom trying to rehab my knee. So, you know, just to be out here racing, I'm stoked on that, and I'm putting in some decent results. It's just the topping on top, really. So we'll keep fighting. I really like Sandali and Deschambault and the rounds coming up. I think I gel with those better than the Gopher Sand. So, yeah, we're in a good position.
Congratulations, Jess Pettis, second overall in the day. Only 1 point on that championship. We'll let you get up to the podium celebration. So there you have it. All three guys said that track was one of the gnarliest they have ever seen in their racing careers, and all have unbelievable experience. Marshall Welton's done GPs, Jess Pettis down to the States. Dylan Wright has carried the flag so long. Is the track too rough? Is it not too rough? Did it separate the men from the boys? We saw a distance between the first rider and the last rider of about 50 seconds a lap out there. When you get a track like this, it really does showcase who's putting in the work. And like Dylan Wright said, they're professionals. They get paid to do this. This is their job. Whew. We're going to take a little break. We're going to send it back to Kyle and Booth to close out the show. Kyle, take it away. I'll see you in a minute, my friend.
Wow. Just, it's crazy to hear top guys like that saying how tough this track is. And Jess Pettis nailed the head, right on the head there. If it was hot, oof, it would have been a tough day. But this cool temperature, this rain, and, man, the last podium of the day. And these guys, there is the battleground. We're looking over in the top 5 in that last round. Wright, Pettis, Welton were your podium finishes, as well as your finishes in that last moto. Thompson, Moffenbauer, O'Farrell, Medaglia, Tremblay, Boucher, and Eels rounding out the top 10 there in that last moto, and that was a pure battleground. We're looking at lap times. They lapped into the top, almost to 5th. Moffenbauer was the next one on the docket. That's incredible.
Yeah, they were carrying an unbelievable amount of speed, and you heard at home right there talking to those guys that the track was unbelievable. None of them seemed super excited about it, but they also said that, you know what, this really showed who was doing the work and putting in the time. And insane how they were able to do it. And Dylan Wright, He's like, I don't know if I liked it. He was a little unsure. Pettis was like, this is the toughest Gopher dunes I've ever ridden.
Yeah.
And Marshall's, this is the toughest track he's ever raced.
Yeah, so talking to Marshall there, he's like, it got to a point he was just riding and it felt like he was on waves, just going through the motions. And, man, still an impressive ride out of Marshall Welton. He won yesterday when it was a little smoother. Today, top 3.
And I will just slam back to that 250 class. Jacob Piccolo bringing home his very first ever overall for the Sky Racing Squad. You can look at it on TV right now. We're seeing the smoke, the red smoke. We've seen that happen before when Fasciotti won his championship. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Produced by Jetworks International Inc. So stoked to have those guys on board. Thank you once again for joining us here for the Triple Crown Series from Gopher Dunes. Jacob Piccolo, Dylan Wright, your 4th round winners. We head to Sand Del Lee next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, same Ryan Gauld, same Cal Thompson, maybe with the hair this time. And we love it. We love what's going on. We love the series. We love having you. Thanks for joining us here today. We'll see you next week on Fox Sports Live and Flow Racing.